And it's September, and it's time for high school football. And good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton, live from Central York High School, right here in the heart of York, Pennsylvania, for tonight's high school sports live presentation of high school football. Good evening, everyone. And tonight, it's Cumberland Valley coming in here 1-0, going up against Central York 1-0. And we have our pregame show coming up right now. We're so glad to be joining Fox this year as part of the Frenzy. Exactly. And we are brought to you by Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships and the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We're very excited to be in a partnership tonight with Football Frenzy here on Fox 43. And we'll be bringing you the game on Fox 43.2 here this evening. We got a great night for football. It's going to be in the 70s here this evening, so it's a Chamber of Commerce night. But we're looking forward to bringing you our student athletes. We'll highlight them during our pregame show. Also, our coaches highlight as well. We're going to have two great coaches that are going to be joining me in the booth tonight, Bill Chase and also Ford Chapman, who will be analyzing the game and telling you what to expect here this evening. It's a battle between the Mid-Penn and the York Area League tonight, Division I of the York Area League, the Commonwealth, big school part of the Big Penn. So it's going to be a lot of fun here this evening as we get ready to play. For these two teams, they're coming in here tonight looking at football from a little different point of view. On one side, Cumberland Valley is trying to reestablish the greatness took them to a state championship game some years ago. For Central, only 2 years away from having appeared in the state finals, and they're wondering what life's going to be like in the post-Bo Perbula period. So it's going to be a fun time here tonight as we get ready for all the pageantry. You look around here, kids are ready to go. New teams out here in the field, lots of experience, some new players here as well, but it's all going to be fun to be coming your way tonight. High School Sports Live TV, and this is our high school pregame show. We'll be back right after this with our student spotlight. I'm Gary Sutton.
Tell us about your team and what key factors you'll need to focus on to play your best this year.
I think our team, we've played together for a while now. This will be our third year together. I think key factors, we just got to stay working, practice, weight room, whatever that might be, film. I think if we keep working, understand the playbook, understand what we're trying to do and our expectations, I think we'll be fine.
What are your current team goals?
Our team goals this year, we have a lot of younger guys who are going to have to step up, and us seniors need to take that leadership role and lead the team. Our coaches reiterate how this is a player team led and can't be the coaches always leading the team. We got to take control. For our coach, he always reiterates for us that we need the simplest stay hydrated and stretch, because that only improves our performance.
Who's recruiting you, and what are your future goals with football in college?
So I went to a Millersville football camp, their prospect camp, a couple weeks ago, and I did pretty well there. And then we, as a team, we went up to team camp together, and their head coach offered me in person, which was pretty cool, and that was a neat experience. I have great coaches and teammates surrounding me, so I wouldn't be here or have this offer without them. So all credit goes to them, and see where the road takes us.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambalvo Mazda. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. we have you covered. Going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
So you got a chance to meet J.D. Hunter and Isaac Sines, two kids from Cumberland Valley who will be big tonight if they're going to have success in this game. And our Student Athlete Spotlight sponsored by Capital Blue Cross and OSS Health. You know, where there's great players, there's also great coaches. And we got one here, Josh Oswalt, tonight. In our Coaches Spotlight, brought to you by the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. He's taken this Cumberland Valley program and started to rebuild it with some of the same guys who were here at Central for a while, including himself. He was here for 4 years. So we go right now to our Coaches Spotlight on Josh Oswalt, head coach at Cumberland Valley.
What is the hope for your team this year? And tell us about a few goals you have for them in the 2022 season.
I mean, just getting off on a good start with Manheim Township coming here week one, opening up the new stadium, just making sure that we get off on the right foot. Our non-league is filled with a lot of talented teams, so we will make sure that we enter our week 4, which is the first week of our league, with a lot of momentum.
Your team is playing Central York this week. You coached there prior to taking over Cumberland Valley. Talk about this matchup and what your team will need to do in order to have success.
It's a talented group. It's tough to play down there. I spent some time down there as head coach. I know it's a great atmosphere. They have a lot of returning guys on both sides of the ball. Good running game, good blocking up front. Guys that that I coach. So I know that they're talented. I know they're going to be really good, and it should be a good matchup.
Talk about the job as a high school coach and what your main goals are when working with high school players.
Yeah, I mean, my main job is to be the mentor and be the guy that models the right things. And when they leave here, they should have a place to go, and they should feel confident in what they're doing leaving here, whether it's going to college to play football or going into the trade or finding some other job somewhere else. But that's really what our main purpose here is.
Tell our viewers about a coach you always looked up to and 1 to 2 things you learned from them that has inspired your coaching career.
Well, I'd have to say Tim Rimful. He was my high school coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach from Cumberland Valley. And one thing that, from a coaching standpoint, that I looked up to is his loyalty to his staff. I mean, if you look at his assistant coaches all the years that he was here, they didn't change because he was so loyal to them, and they returned that. And from a player standpoint, was like structure and commitment. You always wanted to match the commitment of your coach because he was always here and he was always dedicated to the program, and you didn't want to let your teammates down, so you followed your leader, and he was the best model for that.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier, so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome back to our High School Sports Live pregame show here on Fox 43.2 as we now get to the good part, all sponsored by Hoffman Ford and Capital Region Insurance Agency. I'm talking about the Chalk Talk. And I'll tell you what, I've heard these two guys talking the night before we ever got on the air here, so this is an extra bonus for me. Ford Chapman, head coach of Bishop McDevitt. They won the state championship in 1995, to my right. Bill Chase, Wyoming Valley West and Redland High School head coach. And these two guys know what they're talking about when it comes to football. Four, you got Cumberland Valley coming in here tonight, trying to reestablish some glory days. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, the Chapman name over there. But where are they coming from tonight? They're coming in here 1-0 against a Central team that wins all the time. What are your thoughts tonight about this one?
It's really interesting because Josh Oswalt started his coaching career in his mid-20s at Carlisle High School. Where'd he go next? Right here, Central York, and did a really fine job. And then his alma mater came calling, and he took the job at Cumberland Valley. Unfortunately, COVID hit next, and it was a shortened season. Last year, they made some strides, and now here they are 1-0 after beating a very good Manheim Township team last week in a barn burner. And he gets a chance to take on where he formerly was the coach, a team that, while Central York may not be as good as they were the last couple of years, they still have a lot of talent, and they showed it last week in a win against Central Dauphin.
Coach Janchik has said that Central's coming back with more talent this year in a lot of positions than they did last year. They had to rebuild a lot last year. Bill, you had a chance to talk to him. What's his thought about this game tonight?
Well, I'd asked him in the post-Perbula era, have they changed their scheme much? And he said they have. He still has his air raid package, which he definitely is going to go with. And their quarterback last week, Nasir Still, ran for over 100 yards, and he threw for over 100 yards. So he should only get better, even in his second game, I would think. Coach Janchik has finally been given a chance to be with what I think is a real quality program. I see Central York as not up and coming. They're there now. I think 2 years ago when they beat Central Dauphin in the district finals was their calling card. And I'll disagree a little bit with Four and say, they're not up. They're here. They're here now. And I think they're one of the District 3 powerhouses in 6A. And he's real excited about the game. They have a Division I running back in Jules Goff, and how can you not be good with that name? So he went for 160 plus last week. They rushed for over 360. He told me their entire offensive line is back, and so even though Manheim Township threw for over 300 against Cumberland Valley last week, I think the challenge this week will be to stop the running game. So I think that's an unknown. How good is Cumberland Valley in being able to stop the running game? Because Manheim Township basically committed to the pass all last week. So we're going to see that matchup, and I'm looking for it. You don't see week 2 matchups like this too often. So
Cumberland Valley knocked at the door of the playoffs last year, went 5-5. Isaac Nines has been a 3-year quarterback for them. Does a nice job of running the football, also passing the football. Talk a little bit about him and some of the surrounding cast.
He's a tough nut, and he's the kind of quarterback that is not afraid to put his head down and get physical. He passed for 104 yards last week. Cumberland Valley gave up 341 in the air, and he needs to, in my opinion, be even better offensively throwing the football, mixing up the run and the pass. They can't be one-dimensional, this Cumberland Valley team, and like you said, it all starts with their quarterback.
He's got 4 different receivers he likes to go to. They don't throw a ball a whole lot, but when they do, they're fairly effective. On the other side, how'd you like to be the guy stepping in for Bo Perbula now at Penn State? His name's Nasir Still. He's a guy that ran for a few yards last week. He did a nice job of managing this offense pretty well. Talk about him, Bill.
Yeah, I hate to say managing the offense, but Jerry did use that term as well. Coach Janchik used that term, but this kid's a good athlete, and obviously he's not Bo Prabula right now, but he has a big line up in front of him, and that's going to be really, really important, I think, in this game as to who can control when Central York's on offense and CV's on defense. Who's going to be able to control that front there?
And that whole front line is back from last year, led by the center, Danny Pham, who was at 290. Right next to him is 270, and right next to him is 245. So don't be surprised you see them go to the right side tonight. On the other side, let's get some keys to the game very quickly. As you look at the keys here, what are two keys for? What do you see?
The biggest thing I see, which team can establish a multiple offense and have a run and pass balance, or at least a threat of a run pass balance. And I think that what Bill said, this quarterback, there aren't many Bo Prabulas out there, quite honestly. And this guy did a really nice job last Saturday against Central Dauphin. And he sort of has that first game under his belt, so to speak. And I think I look for some good things out of the Central York quarterback. And I think they can be not just running them. I think he can hit some key passes and keep Cumberland Valley's defense slightly off balance. On the other hand, like I said, Cumberland Valley, I think, needs to make sure they can mix up run and pass better than they did last week. And they did take some good opportunities. They got some big special teams play, including a big punt return. And that helped spark them, get them back in the game, and eventually win it.
Bill, you look on the other side. What's the key to the game from where you're standing?
I really think the key comes from the Cumberland Valley side, as I see it, and it's with the quarterback, with Isaac Stein. He's been good, but not great. He runs the ball really well. I thought the last couple years he was too anxious to put the ball down. He put his eyes down and he'd run when he'd feel pressure. Last week, though, against Manheim Township, I saw some maturity where he made some plays where he kept his eyes up and he was able to see plays downfield. That first touchdown that he completed, he had his eyes downfield, and they went up 10-0 there. And that's where he's matured a little bit. He needs to throw over 50%. That's something they haven't been able to do, and I think he needs to be 50%, somewhere in that range, and I think that's where they'd like to be.
And now we get to the fun part. We get to play the game on the field here at 7 o'clock tonight. It's Cumberland Valley. It's Central York. Central York hasn't lost a regular season game since 2019. Cumberland Valley wants to get back up on top of the charts again. It's going to be the battle of two great programs coming in here tonight. And we have a kickoff coming up at 7 o'clock here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Now, right now, we're going to send you to a very special interview. Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships is a very special sponsor of ours. But John Giambalvo, I had a chance to catch up with John the other day and get a perspective on the upcoming game, but also his strong support for High School Sports Live TV. Let's go to John Giambalvo right now, and we'll get ready for the game. It starts at 7 o'clock here tonight, live from Central. For Bill Chase, for Fort Chapman, I'm Gary Sutton. See you in a few minutes on High School Sports Live TV.
Hi, I'm Gary Sutton. I'm here at Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships right here in York, Pennsylvania, one of our great sponsors of High School Sports Live TV, our football broadcast this year on Fox, and of course part of our football frenzy. And I'm with John Giambalvo, a good friend over the years. And John, great to be with you today, and thanks for hosting us here.
Great to be with you. I think this is a little nicer than the last time I saw you. I don't know if you remember, but we were at the Central game. It was pouring down rain. I came in and I was waterlogged. And so this is much nicer.
You know, when you talk about Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships, and we're getting into a lot of running and passing right now, but you really could start with running here when you talk about Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships. Your dad was quite the runner here in York County, and a lot of people might have seen him running to and fro before he really got into the car business. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I only hear the stories, but yeah, he tells stories about running all over York, things you would think of today and say, how he did what? But he did run cross country at York High, and he speaks very fondly of those days.
Yeah, your dad started down in Red Lion at one point in time, and that's where really the first dealership business started, right? Talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Yeah, so that was his first dealership that he owned. He had worked in the car business for years before that, but that was his first opportunity to be a new car franchise dealer with General Motors in 1974 in Red Lion, and I believe he was the youngest GM dealer to be appointed that wasn't like a passed down from a parent to a child or something like that. So a really great accomplishment at his age, and truly the American dream.
What was it about the entrepreneurial spirit and cars in particular that kind of got your dad going at that time?
He definitely always loved cars, but I really think he just had to work. He didn't come from any kind of means, and he really had to work to survive, and that's what he did, and he excelled at it, and he was a hard worker and very talented at it. You're currently here at our Mazda store, which is a new facility for us. We've been a Mazda dealer for many, many, many years, but this is a new facility for us that we just opened a little over a year ago. We have our Hyundai Genesis store, which is just down the road, a Buick GMC store. I think most people will know that we own the Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep store just west of us. And then in Hanover, we own another Hyundai store as well.
We're going to be doing Central York games this year with Cumberland Valley, of course, and of course York High, that big Central York High game at the end of the season. But there's a scoreboard that sits over Central right now that has Jack Giambalvo on there, and it's those kind of partnerships in the community I think people sometimes take for granted. You don't take that for granted at all. You're very much involved.
Yeah, we try to be. I mean, that's something we did when they wanted to make the stadium a better experience for fans, and they wanted to do the scoreboard. So we, along with many other local businesses, you know, got involved and helped make it happen. So we were glad to be a part of that.
Someone told me, a little elf somewhere told me that you guys are also big-time Alabama fans as well. Did I hear that correctly?
I don't know if that's much of a secret.
I know. Maybe the worst-held one ever, right?
That's true, yeah.
Where did that come from?
My mother's from Alabama.
Okay.
She got a scholarship to attend the University of Alabama. My dad, through a series of events, ended up going to college down there. That's where they met. And, of course, we were raised right as Alabama fans. And how it kind of took on the next generation, I did not go to Alabama. But I would take my kids to Alabama games when they were nothing. And the next thing you know, my daughter's going there, my son graduated there, my youngest son is now a sophomore there, so it's just a great atmosphere down, and a great school now too, so they're doing very well.
Your love of sports has carried on here too, but also not just the love of sports, but arts as well. Talk about the importance to Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships and John Giambalvo on getting involved in the community that way too.
Yeah, well, again, we just try to be involved in the community in general, and whether it's the sports side, whether it's the culture side, we just want to make sure we're a piece of making it a better community, because that's obviously where we're from, that's who supports us in our business, and we want to make sure that we're giving back and helping where there's help needed.
You talk about Central, the last few years has been dynamite in football, and obviously, Bo Prabula going on to Penn State now, and a number of other Division I scholarship winners as well. And this year, looking that they're going to rebuild some, and yet it's still a very good football team. Central has really become a statewide power in the last couple of years. We haven't had that in York County for a long time. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's great. As a graduate, I think it's great and it's exciting. And I really think the size of the school district, you know, they could and they now are putting that kind of product on the field, like they're that competitive, and it's great to see it. With the size of the school district, I think they can compete at that level, and they're showing that they can.
Well, John, I can't tell how much we appreciate your sponsorship, your partnership in High School Sports Live TV. It's always a joy coming here, and we're going to look forward to seeing you during the course of the season at Central games. I don't know if I'll see you at any Alabama games, but the Central games for sure.
All right, great.
Okay, John, now we're at the end of the season here. We got the big game, the York High Central game. You told us in the very beginning of the season your dad went to York High. You, of course, graduated from Central. York High Central, is it tougher for you to pick right now? Are you going to lose your allowance next week or something if you pick the wrong team? Who do you have in this game?
Well, again, I'm going to go with the Central Panthers, but, you know, we'll have to have a small wager with my dad to see how that goes.
There you go. Yeah. Jack Giambalvo, family of dealerships, great supporter of High School Sports Live football. Tonight, York High and Central.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambalvo Mazda. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier. so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Hi, I'm Gary Sutton. I'm here at Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships right here in York, Pennsylvania. One of our great sponsors.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
And welcome to Cumberland Valley in Central York as we're kicking it off right now on Fox 43.2 Antenna TV channel. And this is a high school game of the week. Welcome also to the PCN Game of the Week audience around the state of Pennsylvania as we are underway here at Central York High School. Cumberland Valley at Central York. Cumberland Valley in their black tonight with white and red trim on their numbers on the back. White helmets on the other side. Central to your right in white with orange and black here this evening. Gary Sutton alongside of Fort Chapman and Bill Chase. We're looking forward to a great one here tonight, guys, as we get this one underway. And Central's going to have the football first here coming out of the gate. You're going to see two runners in the backfield throughout the night here as Nasir Still is the quarterback for Central. They haven't had a name that wasn't Perbula for about the last 6 years. Still hands it off very quickly and fakes it instead, comes near side and dances across the 25 out near the 26-yard line. Nice hold there by Nasir Still. And forgive me, I said Isaac. I'm looking at the other side here. Looking at Isaac Nines, rather, coming around the near side there. So we got it mixed up on you, but we got Cumberland Valley coming now in white and red.
Gary Steins, like we said in the pregame, he's got to use his arm, and he's going to make some big runs for that. But he can be consistent with his arm as well.
And he was their leading rusher last week. So Nines right there with a nice job getting around the corner. Straight back this time, looking to pass. Downfield, and he's got a great target down there as he catches up with number 4. That's Patty Hernjack, who went up big. Great pass, though, by Signs down inside Central York territory and on the move.
Hernjack, a multiple athlete, multiple sport athlete, really can go get the football and a playmaker. And they connect early, which is very big for CV.
So Isaac Signs shows you he's got an arm. First down, 10 yards to go right now. Handoff inside, straight up the middle. Diving forward is J.D. Hunter. Hunter's going to pick up about 3 or 4 on the play. It'll be second down coming up.
And I think that's going to be crucial that CV is able to run the ball besides Isaac Steins, because last week they were not real successful with some of the running backs.
Sticking to the same formation, Gary, 4 wides.
Second down, 7 yards to go here. Ball spotted near the 40. Sign straight back again. Looks far side, has his man over there, catches him. And he had Adam Somerville, and Somerville with another first down here. As Cumberland Valley very quickly serves notice that they're out here with a good bounce that you talked about in the pregame for.
And it's the second week in a row that they came out and took the ball down the field, the first possession.
Yeah, those are the kind of routes that I think they need to complete and throw to get that 50% or higher.
No doubt about it, Bill.
Keep the sticks moving.
Somerville was the outside receiver. He just ran a little in and then back out route and connected. Very nice throw.
Ball on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Cumberland Valley Eagles on flight right now. Straight back goes Signs again. He's flushed out of the pocket. Signs near side. Signs fakes it, gets around the corner. He's inside the 20, the 15, the 10, steps out just inside the 10-yard line. You're going to get a flag thrown here for unnecessary roughness as he stepped across the 10 and was hit out of bounds.
Yeah, DeWitt got him, Gary, late. Got to know when to hold up there.
So a good play there by Signs, just kind of keeping tempo to it, coming near side, not rushing into anything. So Cumberland Valley really looking good here on the opening drive.
Yeah, this is very, very impressive, and I think this is what they needed coming in here in the opening drive. They love to take the kickoff and be able to go down the field.
So with the penalty added on half the distance to the goal post, it's going to be, or to the goal line rather, it's going to be at the 4-yard line where it's first down and goal for Cumberland Valley, who is racing out of the gate here against this Central York Panther team.
2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback for the first time.
Here's Signs. Signs going to hand off to the 1-back, diving toward the goal line, not going to get in there. Look like Patty Hernjack.
42, it's 42.
Actually 42 that time, and it's not going to be Hernjack. So diving down there close to the goal line. Quickly they set up. Signs calls the number. Handoff again.
Bryce Sterritz, it was the first play. I couldn't see who got it there.
And Sterritz gets it there again. And Sterritz is going to take it in for the score. And very quickly, right out of the gate, Cumberland Valley with the score. And they're up 6-0 there with 10:22 to go in the first quarter. Bryce Sterritz, a 6'1", 220-pound junior, right over the right side. And wow. Serving notice quickly here, guys.
Yeah, I like the way they came out. They went up-tempo the whole way down, and then they went NASCAR down inside the 5.
Signs not only throws it, he also kicks it. He's going to be in there for the extra point now. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is good, and it's 7-0 right out of the gate here. Cumberland Valley leads it with 10:22 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over $30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And the opening possession right now, Cumberland Valley comes down the field for Chapman. I mean, they just really mixed it up very, very well and covered a lot of ground in a hurry. If you're Central, you weren't expecting that out of the gate, were you?
No, but at the same time, we got to remember, Cumberland Valley, as of right now, had a much tougher first-round opponent. Central Dolphins defense is not at the level that it's been in the past decade as of yet. A lot of young players. And the Manheim Township team, I thought, was really talented and very well coached, and presented a big issue for Cumberland Valley.
And here's the kickoff. 8 plays, by the way. 80 yards, 7 plays, 80 yards, 138 the time, and Sterritz with the 1-yard run, of course, Signs with the extra point. And so now you're going to have first down and 10 for Central. They get their shot on the field.
Carter Vaughn, the deep man for Central York, did not read that kickoff well at all. Fortunately, it went into the end zone. Once it goes to the end zone high school, it's automatically a touchback out to the 20, because that could have been disastrous.
And now we have Nasir Still stepping in there. I gave him extra credit with a white uniform on. He's got a black uniform, one with orange and white. So Central lines it up here, going from your left to right. Ball at the 20-yard line. Officials trying to get everything set right here.
Gary, from a uniform standpoint, last night we had two great Pennsylvania teams playing, and both wore colors that were very contrasting their opponents.
So here's an inside jet sweep. Very quickly coming across the near side and out past the 30-yard line. Looks like a first down right away. As the inside pitch there to Thad Shaw, who runs the 40 in about 4.4, Bill. This kid can make some things happen in a hurry.
If you can run in 4.4, you're the fastest guy in the field.
That's right. And the reason I brought up the uniforms, Gary, today we have the same thing. We have the all-black against the all-white color. It's a very good contrast and great to see.
So it'll be first down. 10 here just outside the 30. Here's the guy you're going to see carry the ball a lot tonight, Jules Goff, who dives forward near the 35-yard line. Jules Goff had 163 yards last week, 3 touchdowns rushing, and
this is a matchup that we want to see. I want to see what Cumberland Valley's front seven can do against the big guys up front, and whether they can hold Goff down maybe to just 100 yards.
So it'll be second down now. 6 yards to go, ball at the 35-yard line.
Neither team playing with a tight end much.
Handoff, going far side this time, crossing the 40, first down and more, out to the 45-yard line where he's taken out of bounds. So good pitch to the outside that time.
The running game of Central York last Saturday, right here at this stadium, gave the Central Dauphin defense fits. And when Central Dauphin made a big comeback in the second half, Central York was able to pound the ball and take it right down the field and score to put the game away.
Niger DeWitt with that carry, so another first down. Central on the march now, right back down the field. 2 receivers, one near side, one far side. Handoff again to Goff. Goff around the corner. Goff, another first down. Down inside the 40, near the 36-yard line, and Goff goes down, but not before getting another first down and another quick scamper left side.
Yeah, this is impressive by Central York. I know they rushed for a lot of yards last week, and this is not really Coach Janczek's MO over the years, but I give him credit for taking what he has and developing it.
Has 2 guys in the backfield this year, and so he has them working right now. First down, ball down at the 38-yard line of Cumberland Valley. Still calls the signals, still keeps it himself, still goes near side. Actually, far side will go across about 5 yards, gain on the play and step out of bounds, but they're mixing it up pretty well with that ground game right now for.
Yes, they are. And Central York had, as well as they ran the ball last week, they were able to be two-dimensional, and it looks like right here, more on the ground, but just expect eventually they're going to try to pop one in the air. But right now they don't have to.
Ball at the 34-yard line, second down, 6 to go here for the Panthers. 2 side cards back there with Still. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side, man in motion. Handoff again, and plowing forward one more time is Niger DeWitt. They are quick coming out of that backfield, aren't they, Bill?
Yeah, there are going to be some tired guys on the field if this pounding keeps up on both sides.
So first down, ball down at the 29-yard line. Central trying to answer an opening salvo from Cumberland Valley.
And Gary, for all our older listeners tonight, and Bill, Woody Hayes is not putting in the air right now. If the run's working, they're keeping it on the ground until Cumberland Valley stops them.
Well, I'm one of those older listeners.
Malachi Ramnath in there now for Central. They're Still. Hand off again to Goff. Goff pulls away from one guy, gets taken down in the middle of the field. Nice job by Cumberland Valley of covering things up that time. No gain on the play.
But I think he got enough to get the first down. It was third and very short.
Yep. So he got what he wanted.
Yeah, very insignificant gain, Gary. You're right, but it was enough to move the chains, which is what they were looking to do on third and half a yard.
Needed only inches there, so the ball now spotted down at the 28-yard line. He got his couple inches that he needed, and Central continues the march now.
Unique formation here with the 2 slots to the right of the tackle.
Still goes back. Still looking to the end zone. Has a man there, overthrows him just a little bit. His intended receiver down there was Thad Shaw, but could not catch up. It's interesting, the 4 receivers here for Central all are 6'2" or better. I mean, these guys are big guys out there, so when you have those targets, Bill, that's fun to throw to.
And even though Township threw for 360 last week against Cumberland Valley, I think one of the strengths of Cumberland Valley is their secondary. They have some good athletes in the secondary, so we'll see how they hold up tonight.
Some of those throws last week, Bill, as we both saw live, were the receivers went up and made plays for man-on catch. There wasn't like there were many blown coverages.
Second down and 10, near side. And again, showing that blazing speed near side is Goff with another big pickup.
Now, big down coming here. I'm going to assume this is 4-down territory for them.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line of Cumberland Valley. I want to welcome in our PCN audience around the state of Pennsylvania. Keep up with Pennsylvania high school football on PCN on social media. Follow PCN on Facebook and Twitter for game schedules at PCN TV. 3rd down and 6. Right up the gut it goes. And inside the 20, down near the 18-yard line goes Goff. He's not just a quick runner, but he's also a powerful runner. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
Looks like a long one. It's going to be interesting. I assume Coach Janczyk's going to go for it instead of attempt the field goal here of what would be in the 40-yard range.
Here comes Malachi Ramnath in again. Big defense or big tight end. So still has 3 receivers far side. 1 receiver near side. Goff, the only one in the backfield with him.
Trying to draw him.
Trying to draw him offside. Now Goff gets behind him on the other side. Goff in motion. And still across the middle. Nice pass in there to Ramnath. And Ramnath gets the 1st down, but a nice, solid pass there.
We saw something almost identical run last night by Purdue. They were 3rd and 1, then it was 4th and 1, and they ran the back out of the backfield to empty on a 4th and 1, which it's new rate football. How about it, Bill? And they did the same thing. They hit the inside receiver and a little fake out and come across the middle, a little pass and catch like you're in the backyard to move the chains.
So both quarterbacks have looked outstanding so far. We talk about managing, Bill, but they're doing it. 15-yard line, 1st and 10 here. Still straight back, looking. Throws in the end zone, got his man wide open in there, and a touchdown pass to the end zone as he hooks up with Ethan Carlos, the 6-foot junior, wide open in the end zone. Just a nice, easy pitching catch there from Still to Carlos.
They caught Cumberland Valley in a coverage miscue. Secondary people are back there talking in the end zone, trying to figure it out. If we see the replay after this PAT, here it comes right now. Let's take a look at it.
In for the PAT here, it's going to be Matthew Parker.
See the single receiver side there.
Yes, he was, and nobody came. There's a corner back there. I don't think there was anybody in the middle of the field. The linebacker got a deep drop, but nobody was there to make a play on it.
How about this? Central going
for 2
right away.
Did the same thing last week when they went up 6-0 against Central Dauphin. Wildcat.
Wildcat snap. Don't know if they're going to make it to the goal line here. Looks like they might not have. Waiting for the signal, and they didn't make it. So 7-6 with 5:46 to go and an excitement-plagued first quarter here. All here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Back after this.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Advanced Hoops Fall D1-led training program starts next weekend, September 10th and 11th. Competition class at every age group, but more unique is the D1-led point guard, D1-led post, D1-led shooting, and the D1-led speed and agility classes. Go to www.advancedhoops.com to sign up and see the high school in-house league, as well as the Raw Sports College Showcase invite only. Check it out at advancedhoops.com. Well, 7-6 here in the early going. We still got plenty to go in the first quarter. 5:46, Bill chases. Both teams have marched down the field with ease as they kick it back here and down in the end zone, and a great first quarter so far.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a defense a series or two to get used to the speed that the other offense has, because they can't really simulate that in practice. And a lot of times the second series or the third series for the defense is better. At least the defense is better. Hope they get better.
Absolutely. And both teams here offensively are doing a great job of spreading out the defense, Bill, to allow themselves some running lanes and also to hit a few passes.
Well, let's see what Signs does second time around. Let's see what adjustment Central makes here. Again, welcome to our PCN audience around the state, as well as our Fox 43.2 audience. Friday night football frenzy. And, man, we got a frenzy here in the first quarter so far. It's a nice handoff. And, again, they're using that guy a lot so far. He's number 42, and he had the opening touchdown here.
We're
talking about Bryce Strikes, and Steritz is really doing the job so far, pounding out some good yardage. He gets a couple right there in the opening down. Be second down. Call it 8 yards to go. Ball spotted out at the 20-yard line.
And they're in the pistol there with 2 receivers to each side.
There's Signs handoff again. Again, banging forward, and Steritz is going to be brought down there.
What it was there was a zone read. The quarterback has the option to keep the ball if the DN crashes on the running back. Last week, early in the game, it's exactly what happened, and number 7 for Cumberland Valley took the ball all the way down, Bill, about the 10-yard line, a big, 60, 70-yard run.
Give Ty King, number 59, a nice stop right there. So it'll be third down now and 7 yards to go. Straight back goes Signs. Signs looking for his man. Has him right at first down yardage and dives across the 30 for a first down. Nice pitch and catch again from Signs.
Those are the routes that he has to complete. Those are the ones that I want to see him to be able to throw, and those move the sticks.
And you know what, Bill? They just lined up with just loose coverage, no under coverage. So it's a zone look, almost like a quarters look. And if you have no under coverage and you have that much of a cushion, most teams are going to take advantage of that all day.
Patty Hernjack with that catch. First down, ball at the 33-yard line.
Got him to jump.
And you're going to get him to jump off sides there. By the way, 6 first downs so far on the drive. 12 plays, 80 yards, 438, and that 15-yard pass to Carlos to get the score for Central there just a moment ago.
Interestingly, in high school football, all you got to do is cross that neutral zone, and you can't get back. It's an automatic 5-yard penalty, and a long cadence, altering your cadence from shotgun, still can get defensive linemen to jump off. They're trying to bring pressure here to Central York.
There's Steritz right up the middle, across the 50, down into Central territory. Again, this kid is running hard, huh?
He's 220 listed in the program, and he gets into the second level. You're a 160 cornerback.
And Bill, you don't want to bring pressure and miss, and that's what they did. They brought the backers and missed, and you're right, he's one-on-one with a light defensive back who's used to pass coverage.
Ball down to the Central 42-yard line. First down again as Cumberland Valley marching. Here it is again. Near side, scampers away down to the 30-yard line. Another first down, and Central has no answers so far defensively.
This is impressive by Cumberland Valley. This is something they couldn't do last week, and I know they want to. They have the right balance right now, and this kid's impressive. For a big kid, he's got some nice feet right at the
Yes,
wall.
he is. They couldn't do it consistently. They did it a little bit here and there. But you're right. There was no consistency drive after drive with their offense last week.
Trips near side, one receiver far side. Steritz in the backfield. He's been getting it straight through and gets jumped at the line there at the 30. Still manages to dive forward for a couple here. And this time it's going to be a little bit different look. As they handed the ball off, it looked like to a different player that time.
Yeah, that looked like 6. Wagenheim.
Joshua Wagenheim, 5'10" senior with that carry. So again, they're spreading you out. One man in the backfield again with Signs. Second down, 8 yards ago. Signs straight back, looking to get flushed out of the pocket. Signs taking off. Signs across the 30, down inside the 25. Finally steps out near the 21-yard line, just short of the first down yardage, it looks like.
Really good feet there by the quarterback.
Yeah.
And I want to bring some up real quickly. Last week, we talked about the inconsistency of the Cumberland Valley offense. They only had 7 first downs the whole game to 23 for their opponent. And they only had 33 snaps to 75 for Manheim Township.
Yeah, you shouldn't win that game.
Third down and 2 here. Signs, one man in the backfield, same formation they've been shown. This time 2 each side, man in motion. Signs looking to pass, Signs near side. Oh, and what a hit. Great pass out there, but a wonderful hit that time by Central, and we're talking about Niger DeWitt, who knows how to lay it out.
And he read that all the way. The motion man was going in the flat. The other 2 guys went vertical. Great read by the Central York defense. It's going to be a decision time for Josh Oswalt. They're going to go for it on 4th and 3.
They got a big man in the backfield with him right here. Big man indeed, plowing forward, getting down. Looks like he gets the first down. Does Jack Malloy, 5'11", 170-pound senior. He looks like he's a lot bigger than that, doesn't he?
Yep, and the old adage, any coach will tell you, you make a lot of improvement, probably the most in the season between the first and second game, and we're seeing that with the Cumberland Valley offense, Bill.
First down and 10 right now, ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we used to say that between the first and second scrimmage. Now it's the...
Absolutely.
So here's Signs again. He has been impressive so far. First and 10 for the 20-yard line, driving again. And there Sterritz again. Work his way down to the 15-yard line for some tough yardage. 5 of them there.
Can you think of anybody, Bill, to tell the old-timers about a big running back in the Cumberland Valley backfield that was tough to bring down, probably the toughest ever?
Well, let's see. John Ritchie.
There you go.
Dave Heckard would be second.
Number 40 in your program, 1992 state champions, Tim Rimfel's squad, led by fullback John Ritchie.
Bryce Starts doing the work here right now. A big back indeed. Second down and 5 from the 15-yard line. Starts again getting the work called, and he's inside down to the 12 now as he continues to rumble forward for yardage.
Cumberland Valley has run the wing tee since Tim Rimfel took over in 1989. They stuck with it with Mike Whitehead, and now Josh Oswalt is going to the spread, his third season at the helm of his alma mater. And they're looking really good right now. Probably the best ever in his 3 years at being multiple and succeeding so far.
Third down and 3, 13-yard line. Just continue to go forward. So far, no mistakes. There Starts again, and he slips this time right near first down yardage. I don't think he made it. It may be fourth down and short. We'll see.
And I say that most consistent against this quality of an opponent.
Yeah, they must be really high on Sterritz because I really thought J.D. Hunter was the back coming into the season. And
hasn't touched it yet.
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, I don't think he's even on the field.
No, he had 68 yards last week, and so far tonight it's been Sterritz who's the workhorse. So fourth down and a short 2. Putting Sterritz in motion. This time Signs keeps it. Steins across the 10. Steins down near the 6-yard line where he'll step out of bounds, but most importantly gets the first down.
Yeah, nice.
Keeps this drive going.
What a nice call.
Yeah.
It threw me off a little bit too. I thought they're going to go that way, and the quarterback used his legs. He's been doing it all game so far. And you mentioned the running back that's not playing much so far today. I don't know if he's maybe a little banged up, but Hunter's a heck of a football player. And I believe he was one to return the punt for a touchdown last week to get them back in the game to cut it to one score late in the third quarter last week.
First down and goal from the 6-yard line. Signs, hands it off again. Starts gets cut down right near the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard on the play. Nice tackle that time by Niger DeWitt, who seems to be in on a lot of tackles so far tonight.
Absolutely. The defensive line of Central York needs to put pressure, fight off these blocks, not go beyond. You can't penetrate too far because you're allowing more running lanes for this big man to barrel through. Let's see how they do it down here in the 5-yard line territory.
Red zone the backfield this time with Signs. Signs fakes the handoff. Signs keeps it himself. He's got a man to pitch it to on the option if he wants to Starts, but Signs instead will dive down near the 2-yard line. It'll bring up a third down.
That's the quarter.
And that's the quarter. So the end of the first quarter, it's going to be 7-6. Cumberland Valley leads. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Back right after this. You guys good so far?
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York,
the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats and the Capital Region first half highlights. I want to thank Travis Sparks, our statistician, who is taking care of all the stats for us this evening. Again, Bill Chase and Ford Chapman here in the booth tonight. As I'll tell you, Cumberland Valley has been very impressive so far with this drive. And here they are now. It'll be third down, rather, and the ball is on the 4. There's your handoff again. Starts. Gets yanked down again in the backfield.
They got penetration there that time.
Now you got to be careful with a field goal here because you're on the left hash. It looks like, and it's a tough angle from a short field goal, especially in high school. These hash marks are wide, but they're not really getting much yardage the last couple downs. It's a gutsy. It's going to be a tough decision here.
I think they're going for it.
Yalalam Yukata with the tackle there, number 59. And so here they go again. This time, going to go for it. Starts has been getting the call a lot. Let's see what they have right here. Fakes it. Signs looking to the end zone. Signs throwing the end zone. Signs incomplete, and Central stops the drive right here on the 4-yard line. Big set of downs there as Cumberland Valley stalled here at the end.
Yeah, they gave him a run-pass option there, and the perimeter guy for Central York prevented the run from taking place cleanly. I think he probably wanted to run it in. If the Central York kid hadn't appeared right away, I think he walks into the end zone. But credit to Central York there.
Absolutely, they bend a lot. That's the old bend but not break. And I'll tell you what, they came up big inside the 10 there, and I think their defense needed it for some confidence.
So here's Still now in his own end zone. 4-yard line is where the ball is. Pretty sure you're going to see Jules Goff get it. No, instead Still says, let's go deep. And Still throwing downfield. Gutsy play, but pass interference. It looks like it's going to be the call. His intended receiver down there was, again, Thad Shaw. They're looking for Shaw a lot here so far tonight.
Gary, I just had an incredible flashback to last year's first game of the season. These two teams played at Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley had a chance to take the lead in the third quarter. They could not get in on 4th and 1. Tad Prabula's son, Bo Prabula, went 99-yard pass on the very next play to break the game open. I almost thought we saw a replica there. It would have been about 96 yards.
Your coaches have long memories there in football. Maybe he was coming back and trying to do the same thing, right? We got to stop. Let's go for the big cash in right away.
I'm sure Coach Jonchek remembers that too.
Sure.
So a big penalty here gets him out of the end zone and all the way out to the 17-yard line. Make that the 18-yard line where it's first down for Central, and now you get a offsides, or did he lure him off? Let's take a look here.
It's against Central York.
Illegal procedure against Central York. So 15 out.
They were empty backfield there.
5 back. So we'll walk it back now 5 yards.
As soon as you see the head referee throw that flag that quickly, he doesn't usually throw the flag on something like that. It has to be a legal procedure. Because he's back behind the offense with the white hat.
So here's Nasir Still again in his second series.
They're still empty.
Straight back. Still looking over the middle.
Oh!
Almost is intercepted. It was intercepted.
It was deflected by the first defender, and the other guy got it.
And there it is, the turnaround that you were looking for there.
I think that was Save.
Save, who's an outstanding defender for this Cumberland Valley
Here's
team.
the replay. They're going to bring trips to the short side. They bring a receiver from the weak side over, and just a bad throw.
Bryce Butler, I think, is the one that picked it off eventually.
Yeah, they were looking for a little under route from Parker Hines.
Yeah, it was Alex Save.
Yep.
So
Save, a great lineage of Saves on the football, starting at Mechanicsburg, football and wrestling, and now at Cumberland Valley years later. Next generation.
Ball at the 12. Signs. Looking. Faking. Caught in the backfield. It's going to be brought down there. Maybe a gain of 1, but probably just back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down.
That was a broken
Call
play.
it 10.
That was a broken play there.
So Signs is going to come up here, second down. As you know, he had something called there, it never materialized. You're right, Bill. And so Signs looking right now to see what Coach Oswalt has from on the far side. We're in the second quarter here, 10:40 to go. And it's 7-6 right now for Cumberland Valley, and a key moment in the game right here.
I like this backfield set. They have 2 big stud running backs in there.
This time straight across the middle. Again, looking for the pass, and he's got his man in the end zone, and another touchdown pass. Beautiful job. Guns it to the end zone, and Cumberland Valley's in for yet another score.
That was a nice throw. Threw it low, little quick post route, skinny post straight over the middle, threw it nice and low right in there where nobody else was going to get it.
Found his man Caden Pines for the touchdowns. Caden Pines, number 2, catching the end zone, who covered it up really well and made sure he hung on. And now for the extra point is Signs. Signs is up, and Signs is good. And it's 14-6 with 10:27 to go until halftime. All here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. Back with more right after this. And a big interception, a big turnaround, and Cumberland Valley up 13, make that 14-6 now with 10:27 to go to the half. Bill, I'll tell you what, you take opportunity and you turn it into real points, and the game just turned big right here.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't mind them going for it on 4th down down there, because it's a long way to go, and anything can happen down there, and you get the odd turnover here and there, and it just happened right there. They made a nice play off a bad throw.
So the kickoff coming up here. And doing the kickoff will be Andrew Rice. And it's going to bounce down, down, down. Finally gets out of bounds into the end zone. And so Central will pick it up at the 20-yard line. But Central getting pushed right now for.
Yes, they are. But, you know, a lot of football left, as Bill said. I'm anxious to see the Central offense. They did a lot of good job running the football. It got a great pass for the touch. I want us to see what they're able to do here on this next 1 or 2 possessions with the mixture of run and pass, and see what they do to Cumberland Valley's defense.
This is also our PCN Game of the Week. Enjoying the game. Get more Pennsylvania high school sports action with PCN's coverage of the PIA State Championship. Stream championship games on demand now with PCN Select. Gary Sutton with you for Chapman and Bill Chase. And here's Still. Handoff out across the 25 near the 26-yard line.
So I had said earlier, J.D. Hunter wasn't playing much offense or at all, but he is in the secondary. He's number 3 playing safety right there, so he must be okay.
And they put him in on offense for the 2-man backfield there in that last possession. So, yeah. I just think they're getting a lot out of the big man. Yep.
Second down and 5 to go here. Ball at the 25-yard line for the Panthers. 2 men in the backfield with the quarterback Still. Little cross that time. Hand off to the middle. Nothing going there as a whole group of Eagles descended on him. So we'll bring up 3rd down now and 5.
It's a big down for Central York. If they have to punt here.
Ball on the 25-yard line. You got to think Still. Here's where you're starting to test his mettle a little bit. He's a new quarterback here. He's been getting ready for this moment. So
maybe a safe throw with like a back out of the backfield or something. Nothing tricky.
Nice sprint now.
Still rolls right. Looking. Going to be caught in the backfield and brought down there. Again, big play for Cumberland Valley one more time. And in on the tackle there is Anthony Buscino. So 4th down, Central's going to have to kick it out of there.
And I think they wanted that safe throw for that little quick rollout, quick sprint there.
Yes, yes. Really good job of the Cumberland Valley D lineman at the end, retracing his steps after he got past the quarterback, and the quarterback cut outside, and he was right there to make the sack.
Matthew Parker gets a high snap, gets it out of there. Nice kick by Parker, big high kick. Going to take a bounce though for Cumberland Valley and probably brought down inside the Central 38-yard line, where Cumberland Valley again with great field position here, guys.
Yeah, this is now a big series for Central York. You know, they're down 8 points, not the normal 7 because they went for 2 earlier, and Cumberland Valley takes it down here. This is a big series.
Central York has not lost a regular season game since 2019.
That's true. You said that in the pregame show. I couldn't. That's something. Great job by Coach Jonchek and his staff.
Banging right down the middle again, and that starts. I mean, this guy is like a battering ram. He takes it down inside the 30-yard line, very close to a 1st down. May have come up just short. 8:22 to go here until the half, and it's all Cumberland Valley so far. Second down and 2. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line.
2 backs in the backfield here. Look for him to keep it on the ground.
Make that the 30-yard line. Second down and 2. Again, there starts again, banging forward. Looks like he's got first down, and Moore pulls away near the 20-yard line. And this kid is doing a great job of running so far.
What do you think, for Coach Oswalt challenge these guys this week and say, this is what we're going to do?
You're not kidding. Bryce Sterritz looks great running the football.
Sterritz is doing yeoman duty here so far.
And I like the way he's more of a fullback type body, and Hunter's more of the tailback, but they have, him in this at the tailback spot, basically at a shotgun.
Here we go again. Right over the middle and down to the 15-yard line as they continue to pound forward. I think 10 first downs so far here for CV with 7:38 to go until halftime. So they are making movement every single time and picking up positive yardage.
And
Player down on the field.
I really like the way Signs is running the show here at quarterback.
Yeah, that's the play I think he scored on or had a long run on last week. So ride, and then they counter it back behind him,
So player is up and off the field for Central. Good to see.
I think last week was more of a zone read. This looked like it was probably a designed quarterback run. But similar action. Fake to the right, quarterback keeps left.
Ball is marked at the 17-yard line where it's going to be second down and 4 yards to go. As Cumberland Valley trying to hang up a big hole here on Central at their home field tonight. Signs again. Straight back, looking to pass. Has some room to run. Goes near side. Prances over near the sideline and out of bounds right at the first down stick. Whether he got there or not, we'll see. Looks like he may have picked up the first down, stepped out of bounds.
Signs not a speed burner, but he has really good foot quickness, and it's tough to bring him down with one man. And I like the way he just, nobody's open. I'm going to go for it. But they're trying to corner out to the right there. Didn't want to force it, and he just decided to put it down and keep the football.
Third down and 1 from the 16-yard line.
Is there any question who's getting the ball right here?
I think Mr. Starts might be getting a touch on this one. Let's see.
With a lead blocker, no less.
So here it goes. Hand off to Starts. Starts just plows forward. Inside the 10, down near the 9-yard line, first down. And Cumberland Valley is on the march.
Yeah, just a quick follow-up on Steins. He's a really good athlete because I think he's one of their better defensive backs, and they put him in once in a while in the secondary. I remember him playing a little corner last year.
So the ball now spotted at the 10-yard line. First down and goal. The Signs having a heck of a game. Their Stars this time met by most of North York.
Yeah, how about it? That's the defense that you expect from the Panthers here, and you need to gang tackle a runner like that, and they sure did there, and he couldn't even get moving before a barrage of tacklers were on him, and it looks like it was a no gain.
Scott Monk leading all those tacklers that time. As we said, most of North York tackled him on the play, and that's what it's taken so far to get the starts in this game. It'll be second down now, 10 yards to go, no gain on the play.
Now they have Hunter as the deep back.
Hunter in there. First time we've really seen him tonight in the backfield.
Wagenheim in front of him.
Yeah, going to get 5 yards on Cumberland Valley.
Illegal procedure as they jumped a little bit early, so they're going to walk it back 5. And again, big opportunities being presented right now to this Cumberland Valley team, Bill.
Yeah, this is a situation for them to go up 2 scores, and 2 scores. I think Central York can keep using the running game, but boy, if you get up 2 scores and all of a sudden it's 3 scores, then you take Central York out of what they want to do.
Yeah, and I even think a field goal here is advantageous, obviously.
Sure.
And they're in field goal range here with a really good quarterback's a kicker. He can really kick it.
So Hunter stays in there now. He's the one blown back there with Signs. Trips near side. One receiver far side. Signs looking. Signs dancing. Signs out in the middle. Signs running for the goal line. Signs into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaac Signs reading the situation. Paused and just took off for the end zone, and Signs in for the score at the 5:53 mark here in the second quarter. 20-6, Cumberland Valley leads Central York High School.
When you send 4 receivers out in a route and you're having success throwing the ball, the defense is concerned that you're going to keep connecting on passes. You got to drop and get under it, and when you do that, If the front four over pursues, you got a big running lane for a running quarterback, and you saw it right there. Very impressive by Signs.
Signs for the extra point. Kick is down. Kick is up, and it is high, and it is good. 21-6 with 5:53 to go in the second quarter here. In what some might consider a shocker at Central, I'm not sure that Josh Oswalt thinks it's a shocker at all. His team's playing great. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
And welcome back to Central York Panthers Stadium. 5:53 to go. Did you guys expect this? 21-6. Cumberland Valley leads this one with 5:53 to go here in the second quarter.
I did not expect this, not unless there were a few turnovers. There has been one. But Isaac Steins has been just super impressive along with Bryce Starrett so far. Steins is one of these quarterbacks. I think he'd rather scramble up the middle than he would outside.
How about it?
Here's Andrew Rice with the kickoff. Gets it deep, down to the 5-yard line, taken there by Central. And straight at the middle and buried before he got to the 20-yard line. It was taken down there by Central, and it was Carter Vaughn, and never had a chance even to get out to the 20. So first down and 10 now for Central. Not particularly good field position here, as they'll start out at their 18-yard line.
Let's see what they can do here with just under 6 minutes to go in the half.
What are you saying as a coach right now, guys, with Central? I mean, you got a new quarterback in there, you got some new players in there, and you're under some real stress right now.
I don't think there's a lot you can say right now, but at halftime, you're hoping to get a good drive right now.
One play at a time, and it starts with this one. So here's Nasir still, handoff, and again, boy, the defense is even fired up. It's transferred over right here. As you saw that wonderful defensive play by linebacker Bryce Bueller, the leading tackler on this team.
Yeah, he was touted early in the year, and he came through untouched there.
Very similar to when Manheim Township fell behind Cumberland Valley after a long Cumberland Valley pass in the fourth quarter. They drove down at 1st and goal to 2, and they ran the ball sideways like that, and he came through, and you got to run through and made a big 5-yard loss, and Manheim never ended up scoring, and that was pretty much the ball game.
Second down and 16 now, ball spotted at the 12-yard line.
And he makes a similar play tonight.
Bueller and Sauve back there, really the leader of this linebacking core. Has got a timeout called on the field. We'll take one as well. It's timeout charge to Central. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over $30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And coming up at halftime is the Jack Giambavo halftime report, the Capital Blue Cross at AT&T halftime stats, and the Capital Region first half highlights. All straight ahead at halftime. We got a lot of football to play before that. Still 5:03 to go. And Central trying to get out of a hole right here. They're down 21-6. And a big, big play coming up here for Nasir Still and his Panthers. Still, straight back, still looking. And it's intercepted again? No. Finally caught right there. We just looked down for a second. It almost looked like it was intercepted as he found his man near sideline there, and that was Parker Hines, their best receiver.
Those are the routes you can run to give a quarterback some confidence, but when it was second and long, now you're bringing up a 3rd and 9. Nothing wrong with the call. But if you do it on a manageable situation, you're better off.
So you got 3rd and 9 coming up now. Ball out to the 19-yard line. Safe pass there.
Empty
Hines did
set.
recover it. And Still looking for the quick pass and a flag over on the far side.
I think that last route maybe was a little mesh route.
Yes, and I loved it. It puts you in a manageable situation, but you can't lose that much on first down.
So Thad Shaw, illegal procedure over on the far side, and they're going to walk it back 5, so that gain you just had got negated. Now brings up that 3rd down and
14
yards to go.
Gary, you brought up, what do you say to your team? I'm saying to my quarterback right now, don't you force anything. We cannot afford to go down another score.
Here's Still right now. And Still just going to keep it himself, and I think they said exactly the same thing to him. Take the safe route. He gets out over the 20, out near the 22-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and again, Central's going to have to probably punt it out of there.
Yeah, that was not a surprise call there. I think that 4 was hit it right on the head there. There's not a lot you can say right now. Just keep them calm as best you can and regroup at halftime.
Now, here are the little things in football. If I'm Central York, the play clock is at 30. 1, 30. I'm letting almost all that go off because I don't want Cumberland getting the ball with as little time as possible. I want them getting the ball.
Here's Matthew Parker, the kicking specialist, almost gets it blocked, gets it away. Bounces downfield over the 50, down to the 40. Good roll here for the Panthers, down near the 35-yard line, call it the 36.
There's a flag down.
And there is a flag. Was it roughing the kicker?
No, flag came
down here.
Flag came out right at the snap.
Well, it's either not enough guys on the line of scrimmage for Central, which would be 5 in the backfield. It can't be offsides in high school. If it came down right away, it's probably against the punting team.
The ball at the 37 at the moment.
They picked it up.
Oh, they did pick it up?
So they picked up the flag, so apparently no penalty. And the ball will belong again to Cumberland Valley. And again, great field position here at their own 37-yard line.
I was right. There was too many guys in the backfield. And
now you've got another throw here.
So that was on the sidelines. The coaching staff, Coach Jonchek was standing right by probably a sideline warning, I assume.
Yep, that one went up right away. That looked like fireworks.
No, they're calling the unsportsmanlike on him. You're right.
Right. Yeah, that flag went up like fireworks. It was, Coach Jonchek standing right there, so apparently on him. So now, the great punt that you had down there just gets negated, and you're going to walk it back upfield again.
I assume this is a York County crew, since we're in York County, even though it's it's not a playoff game, so you can't have York. And for York County officials, who I'm sure the coaches from Central know pretty well, for him to throw that flag, Coach Jonchek must have been pretty fired up and said something.
Van Hoffman, Tim Grant, Tim Link, Tim Sturgeon, and Douglas Kafalis are the officials here tonight in this one.
Maybe it was interference by the coaching staff with the ref, but usually you get one warning on that.
Yeah, I'm guessing one of the coaches said something.
Since their touchdown, Central at -4 yards on offense. Here's Signs. Signs keeps it himself. Near side, across the 45, down inside to about the 43, maybe the 42-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Tell you what was impressive there. Did you see him ride that running back? He read that thing, meshed it, a long riding mesh. It's tough for a defense to be able to know who has the ball when you do that.
And of course, everybody's paying attention to Starks right now. He's been
That's
there all
right.
night long. So now, Signs taking advantage of that. He's 2nd down and 3, ball at the 39-yard line. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Handoff Starks straight over the left side. Starks to the 40. Trying to fight forward. Is going to be brought down by 3 Central Panthers on that one.
Yeah, that mesh ride takes a lot of work.
Sure,
you have to do that every day.
Because the running back, if you don't get enough work at it, the running back really wants to take that football, and you could have some turnovers in that with both guys want it and the ball pops out.
Ball down at the 40-yard line now. It'll be 3rd down and call it a short 3. Signs has been impeccable so far tonight. This time he keeps it. He faked it almost to start, and he's going to get a 1st down again. What a great job with the fake there, and then just kind of freezing for a moment and heading near side.
Very patient. That he twice he stuttered a guy and went around him. Again, not super speed, but fast enough.
There's a word that gets overused. It's called poise, but this kid's got poise tonight all over the place. Bill
sure
said
does.
Great tempo, great rhythm.
And I think he's making progress as a veteran from week 1 to week 2. Had some nice plays last week, but he's playing at a higher level tonight.
Ball at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 as Cumberland Valley continues to march. Signs looking. Signs getting attacked from the backside, and he's going to get pass right down there
Great
inside
job.
the 20. What a pass. And he's going to hook up with his man down there. Look like number 11, Adam Somerville. Yet another receiver that he finds.
That was number 4.
And when I say I'm not talking about execution, his execution is fabulous. His effort, I'm talking his execution's better tonight, but his effort has been there all season.
They're going to get Hernjack instead down there. My eyesight is failing looking all the way across the field here.
You
so
were right.
forgive me.
What a great pass.
Yes, it was. Right across the left side, dancing down inside the 10 to
Whoa.
the 5. Into the end zone. Another touchdown here for Cumberland Valley. They are just totally taking over this game right now. Wow.
Now that was John Ritchie-like. Watch his stiff arm.
That sure was.
Starts again with a great run here. And Cumberland Valley is rolling here in the first half. 27-6 over Central. Is that possible? 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Here it is. Here's a replay of it. There's your stiff arm.
And Starts is a man out there tonight. Here signs in for the extra point. Snap down, kick up, high, long enough, and through enough. And it's 28-6 with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Cumberland Valley all over Central here so far. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
I know not a whole lot of people expected this in the first half. 28-6. Cumberland Valley coming in here to Central tonight and just taking over. Bill Chase.
Well, they have Central York has 2 minutes here. Obviously, they don't want a turnover, but I'm sure they would like a score also because they do get the second half kickoff.
You got to find something positive, and here's the kick downfield. Central's going to get it around the 20-yard line.
Uh-oh.
And there you go. You got a man wide open coming across. Just for a moment, finally brought down at the 40-yard line. Nice return there for Central. That was Nigel DeWitt. And they've got good field position here at least. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:52 to go here in the first half. This has been a shocker so far.
Yeah, just super impressed with the execution. Who can't be? The execution of Cumberland Valley right now. Central York has to keep their poise. And as Bill said, maybe even just get in field goal range, get 3 here. Touchdown would be great. Get some positive yardage, get in the red zone. You don't have much time to do it. 1:52 on the clock.
Nasir still, little pitch forward. And you're going to maybe get a face mask here. Yep.
That looks like a 15 variety.
Yeah, that'll help. It's going to put them down around the 40-yard line of Cumberland Valley.
A little bit of positive energy near side that time. That was Goff.
Yeah, in this game, the way it's being played, it's taken Goff right out of the game.
Good point, Bill.
So it's going to be a march of 15. Should take it down. Wait till the official marks it off here from the point of the infraction, looks like, from the 44. And he'll walk it all the way down to the 41-yard line. So a little hope here for Central before the end of the first half. 1:46 to go here until the half. Again, our Jack G and Balbo halftime report straight ahead. We'll also have a special fall basketball training video that you want to see from Advanced Hoops.
If you do use your best player, one of your best players, your running back, you got to get back on the ball quickly because the clock's going to keep running.
Still back, still looking, still has a man.
There's John.
Almost. And down the field it goes. And Central with a big play right here. And that's exactly what you need at this point, guys.
Yes, you're at the 8. Now time's not of the essence. 1:33. You have plenty of time to take your time. You have 2 timeouts. No need to rush right now.
Yeah, that was Goff out of the backfield. Still rolled one way and hooked up and then looked backside for Goff coming out of the backfield.
Real talent there as he got Goff downfield.
I'm expecting a run to the right here.
You got
there
Goff handed off, and Goff, quick speed, bursts over the right side, down to the 5. Goff down near the 1 yard line, isn't going to get in yet.
That's where holding. That's where holding could happen.
Yeah, I'm going to guess holding penalty.
So the flag down on the field. Let's wait and see what we've got. But Goff, wait, he showed you a quick.
Sure does.
Quick speed right there, doesn't he?
The one thing Cumberland Valley has not been able to stop is that off tackle perimeter jet, whatever we want to call it, jet sweep. But
absolutely
quick handoff. That's where they seem vulnerable right now.
Just a killer penalty.
And there's the hold. We'll bring it back out. And
now
the official will spot it there. And now, now you've got.
You got it down over again, so you got 4 chances to get in from the 15.
So first and goal from the 15 this time, though, after the hold call. Straight back goes Still.
Corner out, he's got 5.
Look at him, he's got his man in the end, and he's got him right there. Great pass to the corner that time, and hooking up with his man down in there is Parker Hines, his favorite receiver, Nasir Still, the favorite receiver, by the way, of Pabula, and now of Nasir Still. So he answers here to head into halftime, at least for the moment. 1:01 to go.
Expect him to go for 2 here to get it to 28-14. And it looks like they're going to. He's probably going to get a timeout. You might as well. There's a minute left. You have 2 to go. You can't take him over to the second half.
Coach Janchik calling timeout here, and he's going to take a look at it. We'll take a very quick one as well. We'll come right back to this High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
So 28-12 right now. Central has at least gotten 1 score back with 1:01 to go, and they're talking right now with Coach Janchik about what the plays are going to run. What do you guys look for to play like this for 2?
I could see them running the jet sweep off tackle, or probably they tried going up the middle last time. I don't think they'll do that again. They might try to get Still on the corner.
Yeah, they went to Wildcat last time, and it looks like they might be in Wildcat again. They are going to be in a similar set. Very heavy loaded to the left. Ball's in the middle of the field. Split end to the right. Oh, they're going to break out now and spread it, but they're still in Wildcat. Maybe a counter run, fake one way, go the other. Nope, he's just going to go outside.
There it is, going to beat him in the end zone. And a good job of calling that, and it worked for Central. And so they've gotten it back to 28-14. And a little bit of momentum here, possibly, as they head to the locker room, although we still have 1:01 left. But a good job on the Wildcat that time, getting to the end zone and in for the 2-point conversion. And doing the job of that again was Niger DeWitt.
As you saw it there, it's like a toss sweep. There's no quarterback. Your tailback gets the ball and runs wide left.
Good blocking out in front as well, and DeWitt just able to follow it into the end zone. And so Central, a little bit of hope right now as they cut this lead to half. We're going to stay right here. And, what do you guys see right now? I mean, Central did what they had to do with that whole one. Helped a little bit by some great passing and some heady play by Still.
I'm concerned if I'm Central York because I can't stop this. It's not like big plays are beating Central York where you can say, oh, we'll do better in the second half. The front guys on offense for Cumberland Valley are taking over this game.
4 plays, 60 yards, 59 seconds, and Still to Hines for 15 yards and a touchdown. And then, of course, the 2-point conversion by Niger DeWitt.
That was so important, especially after the holding call that put them back to the 15. Bang, they hit the corner route, get the 2-point conversion. You're back in this football game. That's the sign of a football program. And Central York now has it. They've had it for a while. Brad Livingston initiated it for a long time. And they've had some good coaches after Brad to keep it going.
And here's Parker. Big foot downfield. Going to be taking it to the 5-yard line, to the 10, to the 20. Loose. Look out. Might be the whole way back here. All the way downfield. Back again is Cumberland Valley. And just when you thought Central was on the move, Cumberland Valley comes back with the answer, as it was Joshua Wagenheim with a great catch there at 5 and took off and takes it all the way back inside the 40-yard line. And again, Cumberland Valley setting up shop here with plenty of time.
Well, yeah, not a lot of time. Only 50 seconds, 33 seconds, but you have all 3 timeouts. You got to go fast if you stay in bounds and don't move the chains.
He showed a nice burst there.
Ball at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Signs back, empty backfield. Got receivers out all over the lot. Signs looking. Signs going to keep it himself. Signs taking off again, trying to beat his man down. He can step out of bounds and gets the first down inside the 15-yard line.
Now, I mentioned about Coach Livingston, Coach Oswalt. What the current coaching staff has been able to do is take this thing to even the next level. They went to a state championship game 2 years ago. Very, very impressive.
I said the 15, forgive me, down to the 27-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10. 47 seconds to go. Signs, one man in the backfield with him. Signs straight back. Signs looking. Signs has a man across the middle. Signs to the end zone. Does he have his man? He sure does. Another great pass down to the 1-yard line. Signs finds his man right there on the 1-yard line. That looked like Patty Hernjack.
Yep, no need to rush. Hernjack with another big-time catch. 40 seconds. You can take your time. You have 3 timeouts. No need to spike it. No need to rush.
Wow, what an answer here. The big run back, now 2 quick plays, and Signs is looking like Tom Brady so far here tonight. Here's Signs, going to be a handoff. Straightforward, brought down there by Central, did not get
immediately.
in.
You want a timeout immediately.
And let's see what we've got here.
Still not calling it.
Didn't call the timeout yet. Seems like you want to give yourself a few more chances. There's the timeout finally.
With 17.8 to go. You want to make sure you give yourself 3 more cracks at it if you need it.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. The ball spotted at the 2. Let's keep it right here. And is this where you bring back the big guy again and starts and let him just kind of pound in?
I think we're going to see it with a lead blocker to start. And if not,
his timeout right away.
Get a timeout right away. I'm running my big man. And the quarterback always has that, come back with that pull and get up in there. It's tough to stop when you have 2 threats like that.
We've seen his ball handling be flawless so far with Signs,
Absolutely.
and so don't be surprised if they decoy maybe starts and he just takes off and bootlegs.
And Gary, I wouldn't have compared him to Tom Brady. Maybe Steve Young.
How about the snake?
You know the other thing, saw it last night in the full house backfield with Penn State in the goal line. They ran the quarterback sneak, and the running backs just pushed the quarterback through. That was pretty impressive. Now that you're able to do that the last few years in football.
I said the snake, for those of you of a certain age, Kenny Stabler, right?
That's right.
He's a left-handed gunslinger.
Alabama, right?
There you go, and the Oakland Raiders.
That's right.
So here's Signs, and there's the big guy back there. Starts. Let's see what happens. Signs straight ahead and start. See, he faked it. There he did. And he's going to keep it. Gets in the end zone. Another touchdown for Signs. He did exactly what we said. He faked it. Everybody bought starts. He dances in the end zone for yet another score. And just when you thought Central had gotten some momentum back, Cumberland Valley retakes it.
Absolutely, and let's go over it. All set up by a kickoff return. Last week, the comeback was set up by a touchdown punt return by Hunter. These players, these teams are going all 3 facets. Offense, defense, special teams to get this lead.
The biggest problem in this game is what Coach Oswalt is going to say to his team the second half at halftime about what to do better, because they've done everything about as flawlessly as you can. Here's Signs in for the extra point. Snap down, kick up. And he's continued to do that well, too. He's kicked every PAT in. 35 to 14, 13.8 seconds to go in the half. And just when Central thought they were getting back into this, Cumberland Valley says, no.
We know there are 2 halves to football. And I know Coach Oswalt and his staff is going to go in there and talk about that very thing, because this team that they're going up against has tradition now. They have belief, and they showed them that last drive. They're not going to quit. And it's going to take a few big plays to get them right back in this football game. I'm talking about Central York here.
This is the place that Central York has not been in a long, long time, down like this, outside of maybe the state championship game where they played St. Joe's. And but this is a different breed of cat here. This Cumberland Valley team is serving notice tonight about who they are.
That was a huge gut punch for Central York, though, to come back and get it within 2 scores, knowing you're going to get the ball in the second half, and then all of a sudden, 5 plays later, you're down again by 3.
Absolutely. Good point, Bill.
Well, if you're Central, you'd like to have a big run back right here.
Is Rocket Ishmael back there? They got somebody almost as fast on this team. Well, not almost, but you know what I mean.
And that's into the end zone, and so they're going to bring it out to the 20-yard line. 4 plays, 38 yards. Signs in again for yet another touchdown. 4 plays, 38 yards. We said 48 seconds. Signs 1-yard run. 57-yard return set that whole thing up. Don't forget at halftime, we got Jack Giambalvo straight ahead here with a halftime report. And, man, we got a lot of action in that first half.
I'm expecting a quarterback draw here.
Just keep it in his hands and do something safe, right? There it is, quarterback draw. Still with it, still near side, still trying to get out of bounds. And he'll be brought down out of bounds with still 7 seconds to go here in the first half. And
how is that referee winding the clock on that when the guy got tackled out of bounds?
Yeah,
that's strange to me.
I think they're going to change that right here, or are they?
Timeout, Central York.
Timeout. Yeah,
I want to see this replay. He wasn't. It doesn't look like he was going backwards.
Yeah.
No.
I want to see this again. I'm stymied at that. You can call him. You can keep the clock running if the runner was going sideways or backwards at the end. But let's watch it here, right at the sideline here.
And there he comes. He looks
Oh
like
my gosh,
I
can't.
I think he was out of bounds before he was even tackled.
Yes. I don't understand that.
So, the clock is at 1.3 seconds right now. I'm not sure how hard you're going to fight for those extra 4 seconds to get on there at the moment, but because it looks like you're trying to get into halftime here, holding on to the football.
And here's the other thing: in football, it doesn't matter. In basketball, if you're giving the guy the ball at half court, you want the 4 seconds.
Yeah.
But it really, you're getting one more play, whether it's 4 seconds or 1.3 anyway.
So Still's going to get it here. Nope. And just keeping it and goes down. And that is going to end the first half. 35-14 here at the half. Cumberland Valley leads it. Coming up at halftime, the Jack Giambalvo halftime report. We'll have the Capital Blue Cross at AT&T halftime stats and the Capital Region first half highlights. Now, stay tuned for a special video of the Advanced Hoops D1-led coaches promoted a great fall basketball training coming up starting on September 10th weekend, all here on High School Sports Live TV. You're on Fox 43.2.
We have a tremendous staff of coaches. We have Division I coaches that will be teaching players in their expertise area. Are the experience of a Division I player, the methods that come from being a Division I player, the technique that comes from being a Division I athlete, and the results that come from being a Division I trainer. There's nothing like it. Our coaches have all played professional and Division I basketball. They see the game from the mountaintop down, and they can teach players at every level, whether you're basic, average, or you're an all-star player. And we have developed college basketball players for years through this program. Post players are no longer just sitting around the basket. They need to be versatile. You need to see Coach Duke for that.
I'm the post expert. My 10 years playing professionally overseas in over 30 countries, and my 4 years playing collegiately at Fordham University and then prestigious Atlantic 10 taught me so much. I have to give it back to the kids. I only want young players who are serious about getting better. This is not a joke of an hour. This is an hour of hard work and getting better. Only sign up if you're serious.
Gerald Jarman, University of Richmond, point guard that led the greatest upset in NCAA history when a 15 Syracuse lost to the Spiders. Who was the starting point guard? Gerald Jarman on that team.
Any player that signs up for my junior point guard class will learn the foundations and skills to lead their team. My senior point guard class, I will teach players all the methods and IQ I learned as a Division I point guard at the University of Richmond. This class is technical, so bring your mind and your body in order to grow as a player.
Archie Smith, Alabama, defensive back and a top-notch high school basketball, scored 53 points in a game. He brings the combination of basketball, football, agility to the court, and he's going to teach players how to be quick, how to be fast, and how to jump.
I will take players for 10 weeks through a 1-hour intense speed and agility. My background as a defensive back and top-notch high school player for hoops allows me to help young people get confidence and create better athletes along the way. Be ready to grind. Be ready to get quicker. Be ready to get faster.
Playing at the Division I level and having a chance to play against NBA players in my previous experience has been valuable for me. The shooting drills, the ability to get your shot off at a quick pace. We teach our players at every level how to build their shot for game speed accuracy. That's what it's all about. Sign up for these classes. Go ahead and go to the website. It's advancedhoops.com. Call us if you want to find out a little bit more about our scholarship program. This is too good of a program this fall. You want to get your spot right away. D1 experience.
D1 methods.
D1 technique.
D1 results.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
We have a tremendous staff of coaches. We have Division I coaches that will be teaching players in their expertise area. Are the experience of a Division I player, the methods that come from being a Division I player, the technique that comes from being a Division I athlete, and the results that come from being a Division I trainer. There's nothing like it. Our coaches have all played professional and Division I basketball. They see the game from the mountaintop down, and they can teach players at every level, whether you're basic, average, or you're an all-star player. And we have developed college basketball players for years through this program. Post players are no longer just sitting around the basket. They need to be versatile. You need to see Coach Duke for that.
I'm the post expert. My 10 years playing professionally overseas in over 30 countries, and my 4 years playing collegiately at Fordham University and in prestigious Atlantic 10 taught me so much. I have to give it back to the kids. I only want young players who are serious about getting better. This is not a joke of an hour. This is an hour of hard work and getting better. Only sign up if you're serious.
Gerald Jarman.
And welcome back to Central York Stadium here at Central York High School, where it's 35-14 at the half. Cumberland Valley all over Central here in the first half. It looked like Central might come back there at the end of the half, guys, but Cumberland Valley said, no, we're going to run one back, and then we're going to get in there in about 2 plays. And they looked absolutely dynamite here at half. Fort Chapman, your thoughts on the first half?
I just am so impressed what you're saying. We talked about it in the pregame. Cumberland Valley's ability to mix the run and the pass. And now they have this new weapon, John Ritchie Jr. His stairs is unbelievable, Bill.
Yeah, his feet are really good at the hole, and he's punishing people once he gets to the second level.
I had said to Ford while we were on break a little bit that was a gut punch for Central York to give that score up at the end of the half. I mean, you got back within 2 touchdowns, you get in the ball, and now all of a sudden you're down 3 again.
And how about Isaac Signs the first half? Check these numbers out: 6 for 8, 106 yards, 1 TD passing, 14 rushes, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing. I mean, what a first half this kid had.
He had 104 yards passing all last week. Now he's already at 106 at halftime, right? Is that what you said, 106 yards?
You got it.
Yep.
And you could start 91 yards. Seems like there were more than that. He had 2 touchdowns battering in there, Bill.
And that's what I wanted to see from Steins. That's what I thought he could do. They're given he's been given the opportunity. 6 for 8 is great. I mean, if he finishes the game 10 for 13, that's a winning formula right there. And Ford said only 7 first downs last week. They're way past that.
Yeah, and what he's doing, Blake, on the zone region, just flat out back to pass, nobody's open. I'm going to keep it and make positive yardage, and he's doing a heck of a job with it.
You talk about Still, he was 7 for 9, 89 yards, but 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 5 rushes for 20 yards, so not near the numbers there. Those 2 interceptions, those were killers there in the first half. And then Goff, 8 rushes, only 39 yards, 2 receptions for 38 yards, and Hines had 2 receptions for 22 yards and 1 touchdown. So those are the individual numbers here in the first half. Let's take a look right now, though, at our highlights here in the first half, the Capital Region first half highlights. Let's take a look, guys. Take me through it.
Here's their first score. Just bounces. It looked like it was going up the middle. Just bounces off tackle. Again, an example of his good feet. Keeps his eyes up. Tough kid.
Here you see Signs again, this time looking for the end zone and finding his man down there in the end zone for yet another score.
But missed 2-point conversion.
That was Ethan Carlos with that catch.
That was a good skinny post there.
Yeah, that was a skinny post, yeah. Signs again, just a quick little play fake. Yeah.
Look at him get out of there. Just the sense of where he's at in the moment, then getting in the end zone for a touchdown.
He's so comfortable running up through the middle.
And he's a tough kid.
There he is again. There's the human battering ram.
There's that stiff arm.
I mean, that just gives you that was the whole first half right there, just running through tacklers.
Great corner out there.
Yeah.
Here's Hines. Good catch.
That's a tough route to cover when you're an inside defender.
Really nicely drawn up play there on the almost a blocking below the waist there on the edge.
And there's DeWitt getting in for the 2-point conversion.
You can't do that in high school. You can do it in college and the pro, but not in high school.
Look at this. Signs again.
Total bootleg.
Finds his way and just dashed any hope that Central had of getting back in the game at that particular point. And that's your first highlight. Let's take a look right now at our Capital Blue Cross and AT&T first half stats here, guys. And the stats are about as you would expect them to be here in the first half. We'll take a look up here on the board and take a look at this. The score speaks for itself, but 207 yards rushing to 68, 313 to 157 total yards, and they just really had it all over them in every category.
Yeah, I thought the rushing stats might be reverse of that. And
going into the game, you mean?
Yeah, and I was way wrong.
So now if you're the two coaches, you're getting ready to start here in the second half, guys. If you're Coach Oswalt, you got to say, hey, we're back to 0-0. This is a quality team we're playing. Don't get complacent. But on the other side, if you're Coach Janczyk, you haven't been in this dance too much before. What are you saying right now?
Well, you still have a chance here.
Yeah.
You definitely have a chance. But here, getting the ball in the second half, the key is you got your defense has to come up big and stop this Cumberland Valley offense. You get some 3-and-outs maybe and get the ball back in your offense. Give your team a few more opportunities to move the ball and score.
And almost every game when there are two quality teams, there's going to come a point in the second half where CV's not going to continue to get first downs. At least that's my guess. And that will be a chance for Central York to take advantage of it. I don't see them continuing this path where they're going to rush for over 400 yards. They could, and if they do, then it's game over. But at some point, Central York has to make a stop, and they have to capitalize.
And then the other question, though, too, is Central York as good as advertised yet, although they had a big win over Central Dauphin last week? Or is this Cumberland Valley team, maybe we're watching before our eyes tonight, a team growing up big right here in the moment?
Great point. Let's look at it. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame. I alluded to it. When you take over a program and you're changing an entire offense from a wing tee that has gone on for decades, and all of a sudden you're trying to run a spread multiple offense and you can't meet with your team to work out or do anything because of COVID when it was full throttle, and then you get a shortened season. Last year they made some strides, had a 500 season, didn't make the playoffs, and now here they are and now they're showing what they can do after week 3. And that's impressive what Coach Oswalt and this coaching staff at Cumberland Valley has done.
You're exactly right. Now, I want to remind you, you can stay tuned to catch Todd Sadowski and his sports team on Football Frenzy, reporting all the scores in South Central Pennsylvania coming up on Fox Sports, Fox 43 Sports News right after the show. And we'll also be doing our own little wrap-up you'll see on Fox 43 later on. We'll take a break. We're going to come back with some final comments and get ready for the start of the second half. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Kickoff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Kickoff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Kickoff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Kickoff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back to Central York High School here in York, Pennsylvania, where it's 35-14. We're getting ready to start the third quarter here on your High School Sports Live Game of the Week here on Fox 43.2. We'd also like to welcome in our PCN Game of the Week audience from around Pennsylvania. PCN's Game of the Week brings you Pennsylvania high school football games all season long. Watch Game of the Week on Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Visit PCNTV.com for the schedule. Also, some updated scores here tonight, courtesy of Travis Sparks, our statistician. Wilson and Central Dauphin in the third quarter, 7-7. Lampeter Strasburg all over Penn Manor, 28-0 in the second quarter. And Manheim Central, 21 over Immaculata, 14. That game in the third quarter. We get ready here to start the second half, and it'll be Cumberland Valley kicking off to Central. And to say Central needs a score right away would be the understatement of the year, maybe, for Javin.
Yeah, but they really don't. They really don't. If they can get a good drive together, they need to score at some point in the first half of the third quarter.
Ball taken here by Central. Going to run it out near the 30-yard line.
The old adage, Gary, that basketball coaches use a lot, football coaches, you can't get it all back at once.
Exactly. One play at a time. Saw Parker Hines getting the ball out to the 30-yard line, make that the 31, where they'll set up first down and 10. Let's see what kind of adjustments Coach Janchek made here at the half, Bill, and obviously on the other side defensively, what kind of adjustments Coach Oswalt made.
I'm going to expect Coach Janchek to start attacking the perimeter again like they did in that first drive. Cumberland Valley did not stop them really the whole quarter, the whole first half, excuse me. So let's look for that.
So still in the backfield, still looking right away for some points. And he's got his man downfield, but good job defending, and they're going to call that pass interference on Hernjack. Hernjack looked like he had pretty good position there as the intended receiver was Thaddeus Shaw.
Let's see this again.
Wow. You guys take it from here.
I don't like the call, but I got to look at it.
Looked like Hernjack was in front of his man the whole way. And,
well, was he probably going to be caught? No, if he wasn't. But I'll tell you what, you can't just go into a receiver. Like I like the call after I saw the replay.
Yeah, he's got to look for the ball.
So Central right away with the penalty. Gets 15 yards tacked on. And so it'll be, ball will be brought out now. It'll be first down and 10.
Had Hernjack been turned running and looking for the ball, no flag.
Right.
Ball at the 45-yard line here of Central. Picked at the 46. Still. Quick pass right there. And Hines gets it. It was supposed to be kind of a little inside screen, right? But nothing materialized out of that at all. So Hines, his favorite receiver, gets the ball, but no gain on the play. In fact, a loss of 2. So make it second down and 12. Ball be marked back at the 44-yard line.
Trips into the boundary. Trying to get some one-on-one out there with 11 to the wide side of field.
Again, that's the guy they've been looking for a lot tonight. Thad Shaw, the guy we talked about with the speed. And they've been looking for him on a couple of sweeps and now some pass to the outside. And Shaw answers the bell there and catches it. But still going to be third down. Make that second down now. Third down and 5 yards to go. Ball spotted out at the 49-yard line.
I like the idea of getting Shaw out there with a lot of room to operate. Wide side of field, give him the ball on a quick out and see what he can do. Great defense out there making the tackle, it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Same formation, I think, just the opposite way.
Yeah. Still got the one-on-one coverage out here. The quarterback's going to keep it.
And Still's coming near side. Still Out across the 45, down to about the 43-yard line, close to first down yardage, and he got it.
I like it.
Nice carry by Still. That was going to be a quarterback sweep right from the get-go.
Absolutely, with a lead blocker, no less, and that helps. To the short side, to the wide side of field, but to the weak side, because you only had one receiver out here. A lot of Cumberland Valley defenders out the trip side on the opposite side of the field. Good call.
Central on the march right now. Ball at the 43-yard line. Still rolls right, looks right, back to the middle. Still keeps it himself across the 40, inside the 40, down to about the 37-yard line, and Still doing it with his feet that time.
Brought down by Wagenheim, linebacker for the Eagles. Save, Wagenheim, Butler, all linebackers.
You know, it's interesting. This is still second game of the season now, so all of a sudden you get a chance to grow up and really get into a rhythm here, and he's doing a pretty good job here on this series.
Yes, he is.
Second down and 5, ball at the 47-yard line.
Cumberland Valley brings pressure.
Actually, ball was down now near the 35.
This is a good drive. This is the kind of drive they needed.
Absolutely, Bill.
And call it now down near the 34-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Panthers as they have a good move going right here in this series.
Now, do you want to go for something here on 3rd and 1?
I was just thinking the same thing. I think they're going to end up running it and getting the first down to play it safe, but you got a one-on-one outside with Still.
There's Goff with the ball. Goff straight up the middle. Goff's going to get the first down, it looks like. And Central continues to march forward here to start the 3rd quarter.
Excuse me, with Shaw, number 11.
So first down for Central here. Crowd, you want to get the crowd back in the game here too right now. Crowd sitting on their hands here for the moment.
Sure.
They're not used to being in this position over here at Central Panthers field. So it's first down, 10 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
2 receivers to each side.
Still, straight back. Still, looking in the end zone. And overthrows his man there as, again, they were looking down the field for Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw was the outside receiver here, and he snuck underneath the inside, did a little crossing route there.
And then went vertical, right?
Posted right vertical, yeah.
Yeah. And good coverage.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line. Thanks to all of our PCN audience. Join us from around the state tonight on the PCN Game of the Week. Central York has not lost a regular season game since 2019. They have not lost a York Area League game since 2018. They were in the state championship game 2 years ago. A lot of you remember that. Against St. Joe's out of Philadelphia. Bo Pabula, the quarterback then. There's a little cross buck.
Very nice.
Yeah. 2 backs in the backfield that time, which they don't often do.
It's beautiful to hear Gary say crossbuck because it's what it was. And we had that back in youth football back in the 70s.
Notre Dame lived off that.
Notre Dame, yes. You fake to one back, going one way at the split backs, and you give it to the other guy the other way, and good action. And I'll tell you what, he hit the hole.
Or did he ever? In a good
Aaron Parsegian would say hit the hole, he hit the hole.
Good pickup on the play. Ball inside the 25-yard line. Looks like offsides now against Cumberland Valley, and Central's clapping. And
free first down.
All of a sudden, Central getting a little momentum built up right here.
Bryce Butler on the outside, senior linebacker, getting a little anxious.
For those of you who don't know Woody Hayes or Ara Parsegian, Google it.
So now it's first down. Again, ball spotted at the 19-yard line. Straight back goes Still, looking for the end zone. Still's got his man in the end zone, and he's got him. Touchdown, Central.
There they faked the flag, the corner route that they were successful on the touchdown earlier, and he went to the post. Very well done. It was very difficult for J.D. Hunter to stay with a receiver like that.
Parker Hines knows what he's doing. He just played with him, and Parker Hines in the end zone. Great pass there by Still, and showed you a lot of fire on that pass.
Here it is. Watch the receiver to the right of your screen. He's going to fake out and come right in your kitchen. Right there it is. Ball's on the money. Very good delivery. Right back in the game. If they make this extra point, they're down 14.
Here's Parker in. Kick down. Down, it's blocked.
Can't return it on an extra point in high school, but that's key. That's 15.
So it keeps on getting a little harder, but still 35-20. Central looking very poised on that possession. and they close it back to 15. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. And Central looking pretty good coming down the field in that possession, Bill Chase. I mean, that really good tempo. Still looked like he was under control, didn't rush anything, and really answered the bell.
That was a big drive for Nasir Still. He looked, like I said, he looked really good, composed, made some nice passes, and that's the score that they needed. And this comes to the point of the game now where can you stop Cumberland Valley, or can Cumberland Valley keep that big ground attack going?
And now you come also forward to that moment you're talking about Cumberland Valley. Can they keep on going?
Offside
kick. Look at this. And it's down, and did they cover it? Yes, Cumberland Valley looks like they covered it.
I think number 8 got it.
I like the aggressiveness. They almost got it. I like the aggressiveness. I'll tell you what, Cumberland Valley's Kirk McCann, the senior, was right. He's a receiver, and he was just on the spot. He saw it. You don't want to go back and block until you're positive that ball goes by you. Heady play.
And he covered it with his body. He jumped right down there and covered up, went into the fetal position with the ball, and it worked out pretty well.
I did not like that call.
Here's Cumberland Valley now. You get good field position as Cumberland Valley. And let's see if Signs keeps the hot hand for the first half. Signs, again, looks for that little fake. This time gets bottled up in the backfield. And so many times, guys, when you see a good offensive possession coming out the second half, it starts to transfer over to the defense right away, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You know, you just said, Bill, you don't like the call. I don't like the call either, but it was an aggressive call.
Yeah, it was aggressive.
Yeah, I want to pin them back. But then again, look at it this way. The last time you kicked off, they returned it past where you kicked off.
I agree, but now you're giving them a short field.
Yep.
So second down here. But still 10 yards to go, and it's going to be Signs. 2 receivers, far side, 3 receivers, far side, 1 near side, put a man in motion. Here's that jet sweep we're talking about. Look at this. Defense from Central right now stepping up big as you see Tyler Fry, a sophomore, coming up and making a big-time tackle right there.
Another thing let's talk about. It's very, very, very difficult at any level of football when you throw 35 points up at half. All your coaches are saying, hey, 0-0, but it's still difficult to come out and just automatically execute in the third quarter.
And sometimes it almost feels too easy, and you say, well, what was the hard work we did to get to that point?
That's exactly right.
And recapturing that can be tough. Third down now, big 14 yards to go. Signs looking. Signs getting some pressure. Signs nowhere to go. This time Signs comes near side. Can they get to him? And Signs going to be pushed out of bounds right there as Central doing a great job defensively here. Now the question is, I don't think Cumberland Valley is probably going to do anything but punt here, but what do you guys think?
Yeah,
you got to punt.
Need like 6-7 yards. They're going to punt.
Yeah, you got to punt here.
I think you still need at least 5 yards to get the first.
Yeah, they got field position on their side. Why give it a chance otherwise?
And you know what? You punt, get your defense back on the field. Central York, this is what we've been waiting for here. They can cut it to 1 score.
Central York comes out, gets a good offensive possession. Now they get a good defensive possession. And now Cumberland Valley will send in the punt team.
This clock has been moving this whole time. I'm very. Wasn't he knocked out of bounds?
Well, again, they maybe wound it just like they did at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with that, but nonetheless, the ball was not set for the long. We only 6 seconds off the play clock. They took a long time to set the ball.
And now you got a timeout by Coach Oswalt over there. He was not happy. I don't think he had enough people in the line.
They have 12 guys in the field.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Well, Patty Hernjack is back to punt now for Cumberland Valley. So they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage, apparently, and Coach Oswalt called timeout wisely. So they're going to try to get him to come offside. They don't do it. Hernjack gets it. Hernjack boots it out of there. You're going to call fair catch. And handling it nicely down there on the other, did a little bit of a bobble for a second, was Carter Vaughn. And so Central gets the ball back, and now another big possession here is Central with a chance to cut the lead down even further.
Well, this is the scenario that I talked about at halftime, where all of a sudden Cumberland Valley got stopped after a Central York score, and now momentum is back on Central York's side, but they have to be able to go down, maybe not score, but they need to get a couple first downs here.
And let's see if Cumberland Valley is able to answer the bell here defensively as well and kind of get back into the half here a bit. So here's Still being called on to do some pretty good quarterbacking right here. Did a great job the last series. Let's see what he does here.
Shift to empty.
Quick outside pass. Good block out there by the other receiver, and then fighting his way out near the 20-yard line.
This is what we talked about earlier. Just some quick passes. Let your athletes get the ball in the perimeter and do some things, and it's easier on your quarterback.
So it'll be second down now. 5 to go. Ball at the 20. Still looking, across the middle. He's got his man right there. And it's Thaddeus Shaw again, the guy they've been looking for a lot tonight, the senior, 6'2", again, another one of those big seniors. And he makes a great catch. And again, Central moving the football forward. By the way, some updated scores right now. New Oxford 15, Gettysburg 8 in the third quarter. Chambersburg 16-9 over Northern in the third. Shippensburg 28-21 over Big Spring in a good game there in the third quarter. And East Pennsboro 14, Palmyra 7. That in the third quarter, courtesy of Travis Sparks, our statistician.
You saw Adam Somerville go up and, you saw Thaddeus Shaw go up and get that thing at the highest point and move the chains.
Ball on the 28. Fighting toward the line of scrimmage.
Good tackle.
It's going to be Goff. But
Good
Goff,
tackle by Hunter there.
Goff has not had a whole lot of openings here so far tonight. 168.9 yards last week, 3 scores. Tonight really has not been as much of a factor, at least so far.
Credit that Cumberland Valley front and their linebacking crew.
So it'll be second down now, 9 yards to go. Ball at the 29-yard line. Here's Still getting flushed. Throws it over the top. Has Hines right down the near sidelines, and there's Hines. Ever ready to catch a pass into Cumberland Valley territory down near the 38-yard line. They'll call it the 40 here. First down and 10 for the Panthers, and they're on the move again.
Yeah, I think he wanted to throw that ball sooner, and he was covered up near the line of scrimmage, and then he just kept going.
The outside backer gets good width and gets out there. You can't see it. There it is. But you can't run with that guy out the wheel route.
Ball up to the 40-yard line, or down the 40-yard line now for Cumberland Valley. First and 10 for Central.
Don't forget to throw it right out there right now. They got openings out there.
Still with a handoff, and they actually pulled Goff forward for a gain of about a yard.
If you watch the set right there, if they do it again, you got 2 receivers up to the top of the screen. Just throw it to it's an RPO. Just get the snap, no matter what the play is. Fire it out, let the lead guy block, and you're going to get some big yardage. I'm sure it's in their system.
Second down right now. It's going to be on the 39-yard line.
Why do you want to do that? Because Cumberland Valley is a defender at about 5 yards off, 4 yards off, but the other defender is back around 10 yards off the ball. Now they're in a trips open, a different set.
Here's Still, straight back. Still, got a man coming right up the middle. He's caught, and he's going to be brought down near the 37-yard line. Lucky to get that man. He got back to the line of scrimmage and got a couple yards. It's going to bring up a third down and about 7 yards to go.
The good thing for Central York here, they marked it way back. It's going to be third and 10, believe it. But the good thing is, you have 2 downs to get this.
Looked like he had made it down to the 37, but obviously the knee went down earlier than that.
So if you get 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, you still get. It's going to be a go-for situation. You're not going to punt from the 35-yard line or in. Now, if they don't get anything here, they may punt, but I doubt it.
Third down and 10. Big series right here. Big play right here. Nasir Stills. Rolling right. Looks back. There it is. And looking for the screen. Has his man. Coming near side, not going to get a lot out of it is Shaw as he's back down near the 37-yard line, 38 maybe.
Sprint right, throwback wide receiver screen to the left. Nice call. Well read by Cumberland Valley's defense. I thought that might be a jailbreak there for a second. They call it the jailbreak screen.
And Shaw with that blinding speed trying to get an open field to do some running.
They have Cumberland Valley has Isaac Sines playing the corner out here.
How about that?
So here
this guy's going full bore, offense and defense. Very impressive.
Well, you want to keep your momentum going right here. You have a 4th and 7.
Yeah, you don't want to punt it away here from the 38. Give yourself a shot here.
37-yard line. Let's see. They usually like to look for number 5 here, Parker Hines. Let's see if they can find him.
He's got 11, wide open.
There it is.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be intercepted, though, right back on the 5-yard line by Cumberland Valley, and they're going to be able to bring it back some.
Should have batted that down. Gained yourself 15 yards, but very good catch and good play.
That's hard to do.
Watch the replay here. You have from the left side of the screen, you have number 11, Shaw, wide open on a crossing, a shallow crossing route at about 12 to 15 yards if we get that replay.
So the long pass intended for Shaw, obviously. And that
right here, watch coming right to the left of him. Here he is. No, it was good. We're going somebody else. Shaw was right there to the left, right there wide open, and they went deeper.
And that was J.D. Hunter picking that off.
Looks like they were going for Carlos, Ethan Carlos, the junior receiver.
J.D. Hunter, who hasn't caught a pass tonight on the offensive side, just caught one on the defensive side, and a big one to stop the momentum of Central here, at least for the moment.
All right, we're going back to Sterritz here.
How do you start to use the clock and make it your friend? There's Sterritz running with abandon, but is brought down back near the 20-yard line. Central getting a much better thrust offensively or defensively here in the second half.
Sure.
And getting to the feet of Sterritz this time.
Thing is, can they do it consistently?
That's the big question. Because you need to stop right here again. You need to get the ball back of your Central. On the other side, if you're Cumberland Valley, you want to start to control things a little bit, get some first downs again. They piled them up in the first half.
They're going to let the clock run. If you're Cumberland Valley, don't even snap it. Heady play there.
Now you're going to get a flag. Is that
sideline warning? Probably.
With 23.4 seconds to go in this quarter.
Yep, sideline warning on Cumberland Valley. Clock should start again. It's at 23.4. They're going to have a play clock starting again due to the whistle at 25. Still, you can run the whole time off. It's rare you see a sideline warning like that when the team is not even ready to run a play.
For our PCN TV audience tonight, the play continues next week. The PCN's Game of the Week with live coverage of the Loyal Sox versus Southern Columbia game. Watch it on cable on PCN or stream with PCN Select. Gary Sutton for Chapman. Bill Chase with you here tonight at Central Panthers Stadium, where the Panthers are down right now 35-20 in Cumberland Valley. And again, another flag.
All right, let me tell you what happened here. That's impossible, by the way, what just happened. There was fewer than 25 seconds on the regular clock in the game. 25 seconds on the play clock. Whoever's up here in the booth should say this quietly. They started the play clock before the game clock. That can't happen. So Cumberland Valley realized that and realized they had to snap the ball all of a sudden. That's the officials need to catch that there they're going to let it go. Okay.
And there it is, and that is the end of the third quarter, 35-20. The Eagles of Cumberland Valley in the lead, and you're watching it all here on High School Sports Live TV. It's 5:43.2 back right after this for the fourth quarter.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambavo.com.
And a little bit different third quarter there. Central with 116 yards to CV -1. So a turnaround for Central in the third quarter, and yet CV still leads by 15 as we head to the fourth quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2. There's your handoff. Good run across the 20, out near the 23-yard line for Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, Cumberland Valley only ran 4 offensive plays in the third quarter.
Wow.
If that continues, then Central York is clearly back in the ballgame.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Central York needs a stop for that to happen right here, though. And for Cumberland Valley, they want to get into a little rhythm like we saw in the first half. Just piled up first downs.
8-man defensive front for Central York.
There's Signs. Signs across the middle. Misses his man. Diving across there was Griffin Huffman. Favorite receiver last year.
Yeah, he had him there. He had a step or two on the corner.
Just throw was a little bit inaccurate. Stops the clock.
Got a man down on the field for Central. Looks like Saxton Suchanik over there on the sideline. I believe I'm seeing the number correctly, number 8. Looks like they're checking maybe for a cramp. Let's take a very quick break. We'll come right back here. This is High School Sports Live TV.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And that was Kyle Groman, who had a cramp. He's over the sideline now doing what we all do, pull back on that toe. And it's a hot night out there, drinking water, get some liquid in you. So now for Cumberland Valley, they want to make sure they get this ball out of here. For Central, you got to think maybe jailbreak here, guys.
I think they're setting up a return.
Yeah, I think they'll get good field position no matter what. So.
No, they're coming.
And he gets it out. A nice kick. See if they get the bounce. Kind of twirls there at the 45-yard line. And that's where it'll be down. But good field position again for the Panthers here. And lots of time to go with 10:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. And this becomes the drive, does it not, Bill, in this game?
Okay, I'll say yes. If I'm on the CV side, I'm a little nervous right now.
So we saw Central dominate the third quarter, and yet they were only able to get 1 score back. So here they are now down 15 at the moment. Missed that extra point, which could loom large tonight, too. But a long way to go here yet.
Get the ball outside to your skill guys. Right here to the trip side. Just throw it out there.
Nasir still. Right there, he's got his man, knee down. So it'll be down
there
right there. Again, Thaddeus Shaw.
They came down to the short side of field, the one receiver. It's good. Get Shaw, 5 yards, easy play. I'm expecting them to go out to the trips. If Cumberland Valley doesn't play any tighter defense to the trips, that wide side, get the ball in the hands of one of your skill guys out there. Now they're going to...
I'm going to go 2 by 2.
Yeah, 2 by 2.
So it'll be second down now, 6 yards to go. Ball sits on the 50-yard line. Central with it.
Tight end in the game.
Man in motion.
Reverse.
And there you got it. You got your man Hines. Hines racing the outside. Hines trying to beat his man. Hines, first down and more. Hines finally down to the 40-yard line of Cumberland Valley on the double reverse.
Yep, looked like a jet sweep, and all of a sudden, there you go. Take it back the other way. Well drawn up play and executed just the same by Central York. There's no quit in this team.
A good way to get the ball in the hands of one of your impact players, Hines. Into the game will come Carter Vaughn. Hines comes out near side. Hines being defended by Caden Pines. There's a little rhyme for you. Still looking for Hines over the middle. There he's got him. Did he overthrow him? Oh, yes, he did. But, man, he had Hines turning in. Nice cross there in the middle, and Hines was open just for a moment. We'll bring up second down and 10 yards to go from the 41-yard line.
I think Caden Pines, since you brought his name up, is the nephew of the great Chad Pines from Cedar Cliff years ago.
Oh, how about that?
Great wrestler,
football player,
football player, yeah.
For Bob Craig,
exactly.
Legendary coach.
Yeah,
coached both of those sports as well for years and years at Cedar Cliff.
Here's Still now. 2 receivers near side, 2 receivers far side, handoff down the middle, and straight down the gut they pound it. Inside the 40, down near the 37-yard line, we'll give them.
Here's a trivia question of the day for you. How many varsity letters did the legendary coach at Cedar Cliff, Bob Craig, have at Lock Haven State College?
No idea.
8.
18. 5 different sports.
Did he ever sleep?
I don't think so.
Did he ever go to class? Had to go to class, right?
Almost made the Olympics in gymnastics and wrestling.
18.
Yep, also did track, diving, and football.
Where do you come up with this stuff? You're like a walking encyclopedia. You know
Same barbershop, Semlos Barbershop, open for 94 years.
There you go.
In New Cumberland. 3rd
and 6. Big play here. Oh, and still just wait a little bit long. He's going to get brought down. Still finds the man, gets it open, stays alive.
Fumble.
Ball's lost, out of bounds.
And it fumbled for a first down.
Now, will they say he had it long enough?
Oh, he definitely had the ball.
So he fumbles. And you're seeing Coach Oswalt making a little bit of a case over there. I'm not sure what the case is.
Well, in high school, if you fumble the ball forward, I don't think anything's going to happen. It's out of bounds where it goes out of bounds.
So it is down to the 28-yard line right now. And Central, courtesy of a fumble, gets a first down.
2 chances there for Cumberland Valley. They had him sacked, got rid of the ball, fumbled, went out of bounds. Things going Central York's way right now.
Black and orange on the move. 8:46 to go in the 4th quarter, down 15. There's your pass out near flat, not going to work.
They motioned the back to quads. The forced receiver set threw it to him.
He was looking for Suchanik out there and not able to cover it up. It does stop the clock with the incompletion, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Plenty of time left for 2 scores for the Panthers to catch up.
Ball at the 28-yard line right now. Remember, Central York has not lost a regular season game since 2019, and they're trying to make sure that stays that way right here.
Double set, 2 receivers to each side.
Malachi Ramnath just came into the game. They're Still.
Got him.
Right across the middle. Got his man wide open and right down the gut inside the 20. Down for a first down, and Central continues the march here as they're fighting their way back into this one.
Bill, more safe, easier pass and catch to Hines there.
Yeah, they clear out the linebacker there by looking at the swing man, and then he comes back with a little delay over the middle.
There you saw the replay right there, well executed by the Central York Panthers. No Prabula quarterback for the first time in 6-7 years, but really growing up.
Nasir Still right in front of our eyes, down to 17, 1st and 10. Still rolls near side, Still looking, Still throws it to the end zone. He's got his man standing there wide open, and again it was Hines just button hooking back in the end zone, and he hit him right on the number.
That was good vision. I mean, he came back, and the receiver was not in his vision there. And
you see the replay, it looked like the defender was standing right there and maybe had a shot at it, but never saw the ball. I don't know if we can see it on the replay, but
there it is. I just think it was a little bit over the defender's head.
That was a long pass back against the grain. And there he
just passed him.
Put it right on him. Yep. Now you're going for a big 2 right here.
This cuts it to 1 score.
Huge play coming up here. Still rolling right. Still end zone. It's going to be intercepted. No 2-pointer here. So again,
that was huge.
You still got a mountain to climb. You're down 9 with 8:09 to go, but you got another score back. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll talk about it as Cumberland Valley is going to get it back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
35-26 with 8:09 to go, and Central has crawled back into this one, but Oh, what might have been with two-point conversions that they've missed out on, Bill.
That was crucial there. Four and I were just debating a little bit as to what do you do there. If you have a real quality kicking game, and I'm not sure if Central York is confident in that or not, I say you go for one there because then psychologically you're only one score down.
After what happened, though, on the last attempt at an extra point, I told Bill I can't blame him. I think they made the right decision based on what happened.
They're going to see the onside kick again right here. Looks like he's got it flat on the tee, if I'm seeing that correctly.
I think he's going deep.
Yeah, I would doubt it. But
okay.
Little squib
kick.
And there it is. Give it a chance for someone else to mess up, but and guy goes down right there. Nice job of just knowing what you could do in that moment. As a good job there by number 8, Kurt McCann, again, just covered it up.
I think it was Save. Number 9, Save, I believe. Yeah, Alex
Save, number 9.
So we're 16 minutes into the second half, and Cumberland Valley is still looking for their first down in the second half.
Wow.
And you talked about it. Tough to regain that magic in the first half. Haven't had to, but they're just kind of staving off Central right now. So a big set of downs for both these teams. Obviously, Cumberland Valley wants to start to salt this thing away. Get 2 or 3 first downs, and maybe you do that.
I like the wide run. Good call.
Yeah, that was an easy read for Isaac Steins there.
Yep, so good job on the wide run that time. And it's going to be Wagenheim. Joshua Wagenheim with a nice pickup of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Ball out at the 39-yard line of Cumberland Valley. Sign's taking all the time he needs right now. There's the handoff, starts, nope. And Central has really stepped up here in the second half. The Star's going to get taken down right there, almost at the line of scrimmage.
They don't start the play clock at this stadium. They start the play clock like 5, 6. It's now supposed to start immediately when the ball's dead. They keep doing that. And it's allowing Cumberland Valley didn't utilize it, but you can let a lot more time go off the clock.
3rd and 6 now for Cumberland Valley. Ball at the 38-yard line. Just handed it off. And taken down again, and Central's going to get the stop and get the punt right here. So 6:53 to go, and the Panthers will get the ball back again. You almost need a timeout right here, don't you?
They did. They called it.
And that's exactly what happened. So timeout for Central. Coach Janczak gets that. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
So an interesting timeout call with 6:53 to go. Cumberland Valley in a punt situation right now. And you got to think is Central trying to make something happen here. Back again to kick is going to be Patty Hernjack. He got pushed a little bit last time to get it out of there quickly. Oh, a long high. Almost blocked, but not quite. And he got it out of there and got a good roll. Inside the 30, inside the 25, down near the 20. And will roll dead inside the 20, all the way down to the 18-yard line. Nice job by Hernjack getting it out of there. So Central still climbing the mountain here. 9 points down with 6:40 to go, and the Central fans getting onto their feet here. They were pretty dead here at the half when they were down 35-14, but they fought their way back here in the second half, and we'll see what Nasir still has left.
Not only do you need a score, you don't want to take too much time off the clock because you're down 9, not 8.
I think you want to look around 3.5 minutes if you can.
So Nasir is still there and still keeps it and just takes off.
You got to hustle. You got to get up on the line. Really not a time to huddle. You got to go 2-minute here now, down 2 scores. You don't have to, but it would be advantageous.
Nice play by Save there in the open field.
It really
sure
did.
Was.
Just stuck him right there.
That's what they're doing. They're going to go no huddle.
Second down 7, ball out at the 22-yard line. Can't afford a lot of those plays right now.
point, Gary.
Two receivers near side.
Quarterback keeper. That was a design play. The right guard and tackle pulled left.
And a good job by Cumberland Valley, just grabbing the jersey and hanging on to him. He doesn't get the first down. And the ball will be spotted out at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, so now you're inside 6 minutes.
It's 3rd and 2. So you're having to work hard just to get the first down here when you need to get yardage in swaths right now.
Taking a lot of time.
Yep. Trips near side, one receiver far side. Where's Hines? That's the big guy you're always looking for, right? So they're going to get the first down, but again, not much of a gain as they found their man out there, Ethan Carlos, who caught the touchdown pass earlier in the game.
Momentarily stops the clock to move the chains.
This looks like the prevent defense we hear all the time. Just keep your guy in front of you thus far. Is that basically it?
Well, I think that's what Cumberland Valley.
What are they doing? They said that was incomplete.
Oh.
They're saying that was incomplete.
Are they really?
Yeah.
You got to go for it here.
So you really don't have much of a choice here.
What are they doing? I'm confused. They're winding the clock. They're winding the clock, though. They're saying he was not. Yeah, he dropped it. Why are they winding the clock?
Yeah, they got to make the correction.
Yeah, you're going to have to make a correction right here as the official comes over. So
that's a no-brainer.
He's looking up at the clock keeper here, and that was interesting. I thought that, looked like it was complete the whole way.
Yeah, it definitely hit the replay. It definitely hit the ground.
So Goff back into the game now. That brings up 4th down, 2 yards to go. Huge play here. This is the game. Or if it's not,
it's very close to the game. You're absolutely right, Gary. That slot's going to block. They're going to run this.
So Still keeps it. Still's going to get far side. Still's going to get the first down and gets out of bounds. So gets it out near the 33-yard line for the first down. So a big call there by Still. He just called his own number and said, let me take care of this. Tell you what, he's shown me a lot in the second half.
Yeah,
I thought he's really been tough.
He's a good player. Good player. He'll do well for them.
You know, and again, people always say about Bo Pabula, who's a great player at Penn State, you don't have to be Bo Pabula, you just have to be Nasir Stills. You just have to develop your skills.
Absolutely.
Well, I expect Nasir Stills to go long on this one.
Right.
At some point, they're going to have to take a shot down one of the sidelines here.
Or those good shots up the seam. They've been successful a few times catching somebody up the seam, especially number 5. Here comes 5 right now.
5 and 11.
But he's not looking for the ball.
And it's intercepted.
Go down.
And that is going to be just about it. Intercepted. Looked like Hayden Pines might have picked that off.
Yep. They were looking for Hines up the seam. He was outside receiver, went in, went like a slant, then went vertical right up that seam, but he wasn't looking for the ball and couldn't make a play on it. And you'll see it right here. There's the pick.
Yeah, and the ball was underthrown a bit.
Yep. So right now, if you're Cumberland Valley, clock's your friend. You don't have to put it in the air. You can run the ball to death. Get a few first downs, and this one's in the win column.
Absolutely. Number 42 is getting this football, and you can bet the ranch on it.
Either that or Signs will keep it.
Nope, 42's getting it.
There it is, right up the gut, and he's been a monster all night long. Has not had to touch it a whole lot here in the second half so far, but did a lot of damage in the first half, did Bryce Starretts. So nice pickup on first down.
Yeah, one first down will pretty much seal this.
Now let's see how this Cumberland Valley football program is with clock management right here. That play clock is at 30. You don't want to snap it definitely under 5. If you're and the Cumberland Valley quarterback, Signs, is a veteran. He should just wait and wait, but he's not. Snapped him at 20.
Oh, and they got Starks right there at the line of scrimmage. So he bangs forward just for a couple of yards. Coming up at the end of the game, by the way, is the Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. We need to decide who that is, guys. Capital Region Insurance Agency Play of the Game. And we'll talk about the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game as well.
Clock management.
Did you work on the 4-minute drill before?
A little bit. Yes, we did. We went no huddle most all the time, but not a fast-paced no huddle most of the time. But you gotta know.
So 3rd down and 7, and we're going to come up with our player of the game here in just a second as we kibitz among ourselves quietly. But right now, 3rd and 7 from the 34-yard line.
Now they're chewing the clock.
Signs in no hurry.
Nice.
Look at this. Nice handoff near side. Another chunk of yardage. And
timeout Central.
just putting it away right now. We'll take a timeout as well and come right back. 3:45 left in this one. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC, or check that on Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
And welcome back. And you got a big point to make here.
Yeah, it's 4th and 4 for Cumberland Valley. It's sort of no man's land. You don't really want to punt. 2 outs, too far for a field goal. You don't want to turn the ball over and give up a big return. Interception, return, fumble return. So whatever you do, protect the football. I'm looking for some kind of what you were saying earlier. Get signs on the edge, okay, and let him keep it. If he doesn't get the first down, tell him, don't worry about it. Tuck the ball, protect it. Let our defense on the field, make them go 70.
Stay in bounds.
Yep. Well, no, stay in bounds doesn't matter because it's 4th down.
Switch over anyway, yeah. So here you go. Let's see what Cumberland Valley has up their sleeves here. Coach Oswalt with his play. So here's signs. He may just keep it himself. Nope. And we got a whistle down there.
Timeout, Cumberland Valley.
So timeout for Cumberland Valley. So 3:44 to go, 1 second off the clock. Let's keep it right here. So guys, you know, you talk about Central right now, and they're down by 9 here. Things look kind of bleak, but there's still hope. 3:45 to go. What's your take on where they've come through the second half here? I mean, they've really done a nice comeback. They haven't cashed in all the points that maybe they could have.
Well, like we talked about at halftime, it's really, really hard to come out in the second half when you have just had such a phenomenal first half. You don't want to make, you're almost playing too cautiously where you don't want to make mistakes.
Right.
You know, you're not throwing the post routes down the middle that you're completing earlier in the half. You don't want to throw a flat route that might get picked off. So as a coach, you sometimes become overly conservative even. And Central has stepped up, and they've started clogging things up in the middle.
So here we go now. Cumberland Valley with the ball. 4th and 4.
Here comes pressure.
I think Signs keeps it the whole way. Signs faked it right there, almost down to the first down yardage.
Didn't get it.
Got a little fancier than I thought he would do, waving that ball out there just for a second, but nevertheless, they kept control and got it down inside the 30-yard line where Central will get a final gasp here.
If you're down 8, you want to do more there maybe. Maybe try to be more, but you don't worry about that. You're down 9, you're up 9 right now. So being up 9, play defense, don't give up a big play. You come out of here with the W if you're Cumberland Valley.
For our PCN audience with us, the PIA High School State Championships return to PCN this fall, and the football championships will be at a place called Chapman Field at Cumberland Valley, named after Fort Chapman Sr.
If you're Central York, you got to score quickly within a minute and a half here.
Yep. And there's your pass. They had Thaddeus Saul, but he wasn't turned around again, so looking a little ragged right here in the last 2 pass attempts.
Should you score if you're Central York? A touchdown. You're going to just, you still need another score, so you're going to almost definitely have to kick the onside kick because you only have 1 timeout left, unless you score in the next 30 seconds.
And Cumberland Valley is going to try to keep everything in front of them.
Absolutely.
They're definitely playing a little deeper than what they were most of the game.
No doubt.
Central, 2nd down 10, 29-yard line. Need a big pass here. Last 2 times they've thrown, the receiver wasn't really ready to catch it.
I think they're running. There we go. Crossing routes, wheel route, out of the backfield.
Oh, and a good catch there. Great catch down the near sideline. Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did.
Got to play the ball.
I was just going to say it, Bill. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Niger DeWitt catches down the near sideline, and all of a sudden, Central's setting up shop again. 3:25 to go. Ball into Cumberland Valley territory, down to the 40-yard line.
That was a sophomore DB, Green. He's got to play that ball. Even if you go up and interfere, you give up 15 yards and not what you had there.
Here's Still. 1 man in the backfield with him. Still.
Screen, middle screen.
Over the middle, he's got his man right there. To inside the 30, as he caught his man Ethan Carlos again for another catch.
This is what you need.
Screen.
It's what you need. Central York's got to score quickly. They're doing exactly what the doctor ordered here.
So we get the clock set. First down set, 3:18 to go.
Jerry Janczek football team is not going to give up.
So a timeout called for the moment by the official.
They're saying it's a first down, I believe. They want the chains moved
Right.
for a first down. The chains aren't moved.
So they stopped the clock to set the chains, and the chains stayed there.
And they're still holding the chains and not moving them. So I'm not sure what they're looking for here. First down, they're still not moving the chains. The referees are asking them to move the chains.
I was going to say, maybe these guys are going on strike. I'm not sure.
Yeah, here they go. They're moving the chains.
So now the chain's getting set. Still 3:17 now. You actually lost a second in that whole exchange. Still, right across the middle again. Got a man open.
Penalty, which is going to be probably not enough guys in the line of scrimmage. They're going to, it would almost have to be because it can't be offsides or they'd have blown it dead on defense in high school.
Flag thrown down around the 34-yard line. Let's.
He'll act like a traveling in basketball. Legal procedure, not enough men on the line. Let's see what he says here. It's got to be it. Yep, 6 men on the line of scrimmage.
So we walk it back up here again, 5 yards. Slowing down the momentum again. 3:11 to go now.
That's a killer. Got to line up right.
First down, still 10. Make that 15. Still.
Up, has he go? He's got him.
He's got his man, end zone. Could not pull it in. He had his man downfield. Ethan Carlos again just couldn't hang on to it.
If you're Pines for Cumberland Valley, number 2, Caden Pines, you don't want to bite on any hitch. They throw the hitch, come up and make the tackle. You can't allow the big play with 3 minutes to go in this football game, up 9.
I'm nervous. I'm not going to talk much the rest of the game.
So 3:05 to go.
No quit in the Panthers.
Second down, 15.
Man under 2 deep.
Here's Still. Looking for his man. He's going to get
got
brought
him.
down. And
Oh,
got him.
is he going to call a face mask?
I think he got him on the shoulder pad and grabbed the jersey.
Wow.
That's what I thought.
But they are calling a. We'll see the replay here.
Get a break right here if you're Central.
I don't think it was a face mask. They're talking about it.
Was it a hold?
Let's see. No, they're calling face mask,
They
but
are
I don't
calling
think
the
it
face
was.
mask, yeah.
They have to be calling the face mask. Let's see the replay here. That's got to be a 15-yard variety. Yep, personal foul.
And that's going to be a 15-yard play for Central.
Here it is, Gary. Here it is. Nope, the jersey. Yep, we were right. All the way up here. The jersey.
My goodness.
Wow. So he got the jersey.
Oh, they called it off. Looks like they called it, waved the flag off, and said he did get the jersey. Screen.
Here it is. Central's got it. Got his man trying to get down to the 20. His knee goes down right around the 22.
Nice job by Thaddeus Shaw there. Man, is he a big target.
So it's now going to be 4th down and 2, I believe.
No, third and 2.
The 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, down to the 22-yard line. And there's your run. Going to get in the end zone. Touchdown! And finally, Mr. Goff finds an open space and runs it in for the touchdown. So
now you definitely want to go for 1 because you're down 3. You want to get it so a field goal can win the game. 2 points doesn't help you.
Nope.
And if you just go to kick this ball and cut it to 2. And that's what they're going to do.
Wow. So here's Parker. Big field goal effort, not now just for the tie eventually, but potentially for the win eventually.
Yes. Great job, Central York.
Man, if they fought back here in the second half, they have shown who they are. And it is good as it gets on through, and we have 35-33, still 2:26 to go, and we'll keep it right here.
Okay, let's go over this, Bill. What do? You have 1 timeout left, 2:26. Are you going to go for the onside kick or kick it deep?
I think you have to onside kick here.
I totally agree. You're only going to get the ball back with seconds remaining, under a minute. Yeah, onside kick.
How about Still's job in the second half? 18 for 27, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 196 yards. So he's had a heck of a game here so far.
Yes, he has.
Sure has. Credit to Central York whole football program, from Coach Johnchek all the way down. No quitting this team. They made this a football game when it looked like it was over. Cumberland Valley, 1 first down will ice this football game.
End of the half, it was 35-14. Cumberland Valley led it. It looked like the train was leaving town. And Central said, not so fast.
But guess what? It's Cumberland Valley. Before they worry about getting the first down, they have to get this onside kick because that's exactly what Central's going to do.
Yep. Let's see how they line it up here. So, got all your good hands people up front there on the line if you're Cumberland Valley.
Let's assume Cumberland Valley recovers this onside kick. It looks like they could probably take it down to a minute at least.
All right. There you got the coverage, and that's what you wanted.
So the first play, Janchek will call timeout right after the first play.
That's right. So it'll be around 2:20.
2:20. And then after that, they're going to run the ball twice.
1:40. About 5 seconds on the run. It'll be down to 55 when you have to snap the last play. Yep.
There it is.
Good call.
So they're going to get a chance.
Yes, they will. And a field goal beats Cumberland Valley. So if Cumberland's got to be a little bit, not overly aggressive, but you're thinking you got to get a first down here.
Oh, yeah. And if you're Cumberland Valley, hang on to the football right now.
No doubt.
Ball at the 44-yard line. That's somewhat inconsequential at this point. There's an inside handoff. How about that? A little sweep.
That's what I would hope they would do there. They're jamming the middle so badly.
J.D. Hunter with one of his few carries tonight, but a big carry here. He gets nice yardage.
He planted that right foot when there was nothing there.
It looked like the old school, a little bit wider, but the old school buck sweep where you plant the foot and get up in there behind the guards.
2nd down and 4, and no one in a hurry right here. Ticks down under 2 minutes now.
I'm surprised they didn't call timeout there.
It doesn't really matter. You can get it in the next one. Either one, it's irrelevant. But after this running play, I'm sure he will, or wait for third. But I agree, Bill. One of these first 2 downs or 3 downs, you got to do it. They're running the big man.
And if you get the first down, the game's all but over if you can hold on the football.
Do not snap it until you're down to 1 second. They snap. Yep, that's what they're doing. They snapped it with 4. Ball game, fall down. If you're 42, just fall down.
Yep. And they gave it to the big guy, and why not? That's a fitting one. As Starretts with another run down the gut, and that pretty much is going to salt this one away. Ticks down to 128. They'll set the chains. We get our Capital Blue Cross postgame report coming up, including the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. We've decided on that. Capital Region Insurance Agency Player of the Game, and the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. We'll talk about that all here on Fox 43.2.
So they used their last time out. They can't get the ball back unless Cumberland Valley shoots up somehow.
Yeah, you just got to take a knee. This is a take a knee ball game.
Don't forget our PCN audience watching out there tonight. The game of the week continues next week with live coverage of the Loyal Sock versus Southern Columbia game. Watch it all on cable, on PCN, or stream with PCN Select.
The beauty of this football game, win or lose, both programs saw a lot of bright side and positive things, and it's the non-conference game. Plenty of time left. Both teams have a good chance to make the playoffs, and they just got to work through this, learn from it, and just better themselves throughout the rest of the season.
So it's knee-taking time. If you're Mr. Signs, you played yourself a whale of a game here tonight. And now you just let that clock tick on down. And a great point that you make there, because, you know, it's early in the season. Both teams are working. Both teams have new identities. But I'll tell you what, you love a lot of what you saw from both these teams tonight. First half, second half, tale of 2 cities.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought this was a bigger game for Cumberland Valley because of the schedule they have to play once they get up to the Commonwealth. They've got, you know, to be 2-0 now is a big deal as opposed to 1-1.
And they got to go to Springford next week. Another out-of-conference game, obviously. To
Central's got to head to
District
Hempfield
1
for a tough game also.
Oh, yeah.
So both teams, and you know, that's why these teams are where they are right now. They're playing good programs. They're out there playing other conferences.
Bill, back when you were the head football coach at Redland, if I'd have said you're going to see in 2022 teams go to shotgun to take a knee in high school, you'd have looked at me like I was crazy.
I was going to ask you the same thing. I was going to say, no, if you never practice going under center, which obviously they must
not much.
then
totally
you can't do it now.
That's right.
And that is just about going to be it. We tick down the 2 teams walking off, starting to go to shake hands. But 35-33, the first loss regular season for Central since 2019, and a game. Cumberland Valley team came in here tonight, took it to Central in the first half, and then hung on desperately in the second half as Central made the charge. But 35-33, and that is it. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with our Capital Blue Cross post-game report, including our Hoffman Ford player of the game, our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, and we'll talk about that Hoffman Ford player of the game because he played a whale of a game tonight, all here on Fox 43.2. Back right after this.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
And welcome back to Central Panthers Stadium. 35-33 tonight. It was all Central Dauphin. That was last week. Cumberland Valley here in the first half, 35-14. But then it was Central that turned it around in the second half, showed you why they've won so many games over the years, why they were in a state championship game a couple years ago, and why this team has a lot yet to prove before the season's over. Pull it back to 35-33. But Cumberland Valley with a big win here tonight in Central's home lair. Welcome back to our post-game report here, brought to you by Capital Blue Cross. I'm Gary Sutton, Bill Chase, also Fort Chapman with you here. And guys, this game was just really a tale of two cities, but both teams doing what they had to do. Central coming up a little bit short here. Bill?
This has developed into a nice rivalry. I'm not sure how many years they've played in a row, 8, 10 maybe. I know it goes back to at least Tim Rimfel. And I hope they continue to play. I give both teams credit for taking on tough teams early in the season.
And as you break this down, simplistically, both teams scored 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It came down to the conversions. Central York went for 2 the first time they scored. They made it last week the first time they scored. They didn't this week. Put them behind, but then they made some 2-pointers. They went back to the extra point, got one blocked. Forced to go for 2. That's what it boiled down to.
And don't forget the kickoff return at the end of the first half.
Huge.
Absolutely
huge. It set up a touchdown that no one really saw coming at that particular point. Let's take a look at our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game here tonight. And this was one that kept the momentum going for Central in the second half. You'll take a look at Nasir Still, who had himself a whale of a second half of this game. And finding Mr. Goff, Jules Goff, downfield. Huge play here as it kept things going for the Panthers as they were working uphill the whole second half. And here you see another angle of it.
Well-executed play right there.
Well, you just look at that, and just a great job. And you look here for Central, just coming up a little bit short. As you said, not able to convert the 2 points. Maybe they started chasing points a little early, I don't know. But they were in such a hole that it seemed like they had to do something there, right?
Now, Nasir still played a really, really solid game. He's not a game manager. He's a star.
Here are your final stats tonight. Cumberland Valley 35-33 over Central. That's a big stat. But 16 first downs for Cumberland Valley, 22 for Central. They were way down in the first half. 248 yards rushing for Cumberland Valley, 143 yards for Central, 106 yards passing for Cumberland Valley, 251 for Central, coming mostly in the second half, obviously. And in the total yards, Central having the best of it by 40, 394 to 354, but 3 turnovers to none for Cumberland Valley. That's certainly a big number here tonight as well. And that brings us to our Hoffman Ford player of the game, a guy who was not only a great manager tonight, great runner, an excellent passer. We're talking about Isaac Sines, number 7 for Cumberland Valley. What a show he put on tonight in the first half, Bill.
And he came in and played some corner in the second half. Yeah, he's the real deal. Not going to be flashy with his passing, but he can put it on the money when he needs to.
And we said he has to do it. We know we were going to get it from his feet, and he actually really excelled with running the football. But we said we got to have balance before the game with him, and I think he did throw the ball.
Yes.
You know, you said he's not super accurate, but he sure was accurate enough.
And he threw it on a line a couple times. It really surprised me. I thought he threw it very, very well when he had to.
And he's a tough football player.
So our Hoffman Ford player of the game, Isaac Sines, and what a great job he did here tonight along with the rest of the Cumberland Valley team. Well, our next broadcast is September 9th. Next Friday night, we head to Hershey Stadium where Elizabethtown plays Lower Dauphin. We're looking forward to that one. You can go to our website at www.hsslivetv.com for our full game schedule for the 2022 High School Sports Live broadcast schedule. I'd like to thank Chad Edwards and the whole Invicta crew here tonight. Fox 43 Sports, and particularly Todd Sadowski, Travis Sparks, our stat guy, and, of course, Bill Chase, Ford Chapman, 2 of the best color guys you'll find in the business here and when it comes to analyzing the game. And thank you for watching this week's High School Sports Live broadcast, and especially to our audience of PCN around the state of Pennsylvania. I'm Gary Sutton. Again, our final score, Cumberland Valley 35, Central 33. Have a great evening, everyone.